and the snow fell upon 100 Mountain Dew cans. I don't know where we were. I don't know where we left off yesterday. All I remember is Brooke quit the club again after 2 days of working, and now she's driving back to North Carolina.
Because Southern Exposure in fucking West Virginia has a whole bed in it. But they're just doing friendly massages. Let me just put your fears at rest, okay? And they're just doing massages. So anyways, if it has a door, if it has a hot tub, if it has a private space, like a VIP space where you can't see what's going on in there, if it has now a bed, it's a brothel. As simple as that. Anything. And I mean every single establishment. I've been to every single strip club on the East Coast between Washington, D.C., well, now farther than that,
Happy Thanksgiving, you Americans.
West Virginia, and
Hope you guys are having a good one.
South Carolina. I'm sorry, Florida. I've been to California to dance. I've been primarily the East Coast, everywhere that you can think of between Washington, D.C. and South Florida. And they're all brothels. Actually, during COVID, one of the things that they started implementing was these hot tubs. And so they started putting these hot tubs in the club.
That wouldn't make any sense. We need to implement social distancing. All right, well, we should put a hot tub in here, so no matter how far away you get from a person in a hot tub, there's liquid connecting it. Makes total sense to me.
Now, Southern Exposure has 2 hot tubs, so if you're into that, go get your monkeypox, okay? For those that didn't hear, there was a woman in Georgia that actually got monkeypox last week from the gas pump. So it is not just a male-on-male STD. Some woman got it from the damn gas pump. So just imagine what it could do to you if you got in a hot tub that was infested with monkeypox.
I guess to be fair to the hot tub and the hot tub industry, there's chemicals in the hot tub that's supposed to, I guess, prevent that.
Some Larry over here was taking it up the ass on Friday night, but now on Monday afternoon, he's in the hot tub with you. This shit ain't a game. It's not a game whatsoever.
Oh my.
It's not a game. And, you know, honestly...
Playing monkeypox roulettes. Monkeypox roulette.
I'm glad that I left because I'm so financially desperate for money that I might have gotten that fucking hot tub if somebody bought one.
Maybe they had like a weakened immune system. Maybe they had a cut on their hand. Maybe their hand was all fucked up. And that's why they got it.
Putting myself in fucking danger for a little bit of money that I won't even get I won't even get any of. $1,000 fucking dollars. It's more than $1,000 for a hot tub. And the girl walks away with like $300. Which is highly illegal, let me tell you. But, you know.
Well, they're supposed to schedule the mass communication of threats for somewhere in January, but the one down there is for Dylan because we don't have an exact court date till she gets her mental health evaluation. So technically it's sooner than 69 days, but I don't know how much sooner. Probably not that much sooner.
Not allowed to tell the girls that. It's very illegal.
It'll be a nice surprise.
This is how girls are able to sue strip clubs because they're taking more than their fair share of money, and it keeps the girls poor. It keeps the girls.
Chris, I seen that that deleted Michael Heiler's stream, that 1 minute one. That's a pretty funny stream.
Girls in poverty. We've done the numbers on this channel. If I did 8 hot tubs at the club in Raleigh, I would have damn made the club $100,000 a year. If I would have done 8 hot tubs at this $1 million.
Heather Gillespie's already been live again today, too. Twice. She did some rambling thing. I watched it. Probably going to save that for Feral Friday. She goes live, like, I don't know, after I'm tired of Brookwell Sniper. But I got to save, like, some stuff for tomorrow. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's really pissy on the holidays. She's probably back. I don't want to jinx it. I think she's back in full force. She's been on one.
Club in Raleigh. It is called the Cheetah Club of Raleigh. It is one of the nicest, most beautiful luxury clubs that you will ever step in. And I've danced in clubs in Miami.
The 12 days of Heather Gillespie. part 1 of the 12-part series, and then she did a workout, and there's only like 14 people watching. I was very surprised, actually, because 300 people show up to watch Brooke eat a fucking salad. I thought there'd be more people watching Heather Gillespie just to like spam tooth emojis.
Miami,
I guess they're all having Thanksgiving.
dance for Tootsie. So I've been in some rather large clubs, okay? It is a very nice club. However, they treat their patrons like cash cows. They're very predatory. The bartender's working on getting him drunk. The floor guy is working on getting him comfortable with opening his wallet. The manager is a female who comes through looking all beautiful. She's gorgeous, y'all. She looks like Khaleesi from the Game of Thrones, but a little bit older, but like also a little more mature.
So they're like doing their job?
Looking in the face. She looks like Emily Blunt, in my opinion, but gorgeous. So the manager comes over to soften them up even more and put the pressure on to spend thousands of dollars in the VIP. And if you don't, you're made to feel like you are less than because you don't have $1,000 to drop on a freaking 30-minute room. It's really ridiculous what this.
It's just like out here looking out for all the customers. She's a stripper for the people.
Industry has come to because of the fact that there are not a lot of patrons out here capable of spending money on a regular basis. These clubs have become predatory. They drug people and shit. I just want you guys to know that every time you go into one of these clubs, yes, there is a chance that you could be drugged and killed and robbed. It happens every day. It happens every day. There is a man somewhere across America waking up from a roofie every single fucking day, realizing that the keys to his Mercedes is gone, the damn password to his computer and his computer is gone, freaking, his damn watch, his wallet, they took everything, even the beautiful Picasso painting that he had hanging in the foyer of his.
What kind of scenario is this? Did Brooke do this to somebody? Did Brooke steal somebody's Picasso?
$1 million mansion. It happens every fucking day, and if it happens to men like that and the FBI can't do nothing, then imagine how it is for little Joe Schmo over here that's just living in the fucking cabin in the woods in a little one-bedroom rinky-dink. You think the authorities care then? No.
That's why Randy was the perfect MO.
It's very rare that, shit, Cardi B fucking got popular off of talking about robbing men.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I trail pretty far behind on Letitia Collins. I don't really do up-to-date updates. I forget about Letitia Collins a lot, and she's very extreme. Letitia Collins scares me. I think they should put her in a padded room and lock the key and lose the keys somewhere. Just melt it. Throw it into a volcano. Never make a spare key. Just see what happens,
That's how she got her start, was by being a dirty whore. So, is it surprising that this shit happened?
Oh yeah, I seen in the comments people were like, she's just describing someone in a movie. I don't watch a lot of movies, so I'm not familiar with the movie. I can't remember what it was called. I'm trying to remember. Fuck, I can't even remember the actress. I think Sandra Bullock, maybe not.
Happens? No, not at all. Hell, she's celebrated like huge in the dance community, and I do think that Cardi deep down, especially after having children, that she's changed a bit, but it is not okay to rob anyone. It is not okay to drug anyone. It is not okay to even be in these places, in my opinion. They're the devil's work. It's the devil's work. I hate it.
I don't know that needed to be said.
Absolutely hate it. And that's why every time I go in there, I have a fucking meltdown. It's because consciously I know that it's wrong for me to even be in there. Consciously.
Sharon Stone. She's describing Sharon Stone in the movie Casino. Oh, that's Heather Gillespie. Never mind. I'm tired.
I can feel it in my heart that it's fucking eating away at my spirit and my soul. I'm not the person that I've had to be to survive.
And it was Lois Lane, the person. I'm gonna have highlighted up here. I'm just, yeah, hold on, let me wake up a bit.
And it sucks, and I know that now that I'm completely sober and have been for years. Every time I go back in these places, I feel like mentally I have to stoop down to a fucking child's level. For God's sakes, my general manager is bragging about being part of the fucking pagan motorcycles gang. Nobody finds that concerning. Would you want to go to work for the pagans? Maybe I need to read y'all a brief summary about who the fuck these people are, because they're the most dangerous biker gang in America currently.
The pagans? I don't believe it. I've never heard of them until yesterday.
Yeah, all 51 states, okay? Yeah. So we're going to say that we did, even though we didn't, and we're not going back. Listen, you got to learn to damn hold them and fold them, honey, okay? I gave it 2 days. It was not for me. It's not the club. It's the industry. It's no specific issue in the club. I mean, other than them maybe potentially allegedly being wrapped up in organized crime. But, you know, it's not one fucking club. It's the industry. The whole industry is shot and there's no fixing it and I can't save it. And it doesn't matter if I fucking went to every club in the United States. The fact is that these girls want to be involved in prostitution. They want to be involved in drug use. They want to be doing.
I think it might be the Hells Angels. I've seen some Warlock stuff. I don't know. Apparently AI overview doesn't want to work, but Wikipedia says Hells Angels.
Doing the shit they're doing. They want to be. I haven't met one
1959, huh? Are they older than the Titanic?
girl recently
When was the Titanic?
that even looked at me and said, oh, I want to get out of dance and I hate it just as bad as you. I have so many girls come up to me when I had a girl at Secrets Cabaret down in freaking Charleston.
1912, never mind.
What, 3 weeks ago? I didn't tell you guys this. Gorgeous girl. I don't remember where she said she was from. You know what? She might have been from like Beckley, West Virginia. And I met her at Secrets. I feel like they said they were from West Virginia. It was 2 girls. Anyways, there was one of them that was you could tell she was different than her friend. Once again, girl, that's not your friend. That's a girl that's in competition with you. So there was a very pretty, smart friend. And then there was a not so either one of them things friend. And you could clearly see that the not so friend was very jealous of the other woman who was very beautiful and, you know, she had a beautiful body. She was a very luscious woman, but like in a good way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. She was not my size. She was bigger than me, but she held it well. It was like a plus size model. That's what she looked like, a plus size model. Gorgeous girl, but she wasn't really plus size. She was just maybe.
Oh, look, we get a graph. All right, look at this graph. From the Los Angeles Times. You know, it's incredible there. There's the Hells Angels. There's the Moguls. Hey, stop. I fucking hate Tahoe. There's the Outlaws. There's the Pagans. Pagans is like literally the smallest fucking territories. All like these shit over here. These shit. But every other motorcycle. Oh, maybe the Cossacks. They're the second smallest motorcycle gang in America. But Brooks says that they're seeing there's the Pagans. I don't know why we can't pause this. Look, it's pretty cool, though. What a nice job for the LA Times to do that for us. I don't even know. The Cossacks, they should just give up.
20, 30 pounds more than me, but she was also very taller, and you have to take those things into account, too. So she was a very pretty girl, and you could tell that she was very smart, and she was asking me about different clubs and stuff, and I could tell that she's seen my channel. I could tell when she interacted with me that she sat down with the intention of talking to me. And I could tell from the positive interaction that I had. And I was having a bad day that day. So if you see this, I'm so sorry that I was in a bad mood. I was not trying to ignore you. I was simply trying to figure out if I was going to stay in that place or not.
Oh, shit. Are you okay? Bombastic Saturday?
Not.
Well, that's a minor concussion still bad. Oh, my goodness.
As you can see, it's overran with immigrants, and that causes problems for Americans because a lot of American girls will not do what some immigrants will do in VIP. So it is a huge issue, and I wholeheartedly believe that the Cuban. So do y'all remember back when Fidel Castro, something happened in Cuba, and we had all of this mass immigration from Cuba. Do y'all remember when that happened? Well, prior to that, it had to have been like the 80s to the early 2000s. I don't know. If somebody knows, let me know. But freaking something happened, and Fidel Castro, something happened, and all of these people immigrated here. That is the point.
Talking about the Cold War? Or I don't know. some missile thing.
time where we really start to see sex offered in strip clubs, and it actually started happening down south. So it started out in the
Black Ops 1.
Keys, and then it moved up to Hialeah, then Miami, and it's kind of spread like wildfire since COVID. Back in the day, really the only clubs that you could get laid in were South Miami area, where there's a huge Cuban population. It's spread since then. Now, I started to see this in South Carolina in 2019. I noticed there was a club that I worked at there, King Street Cabaret. I'd worked there once I'd worked there prior, and noticed that they didn't allow any of the sexually explicit
Thanks
stuff.
for the beans. You're up at my broadcast throwing me beans?
At its day super chatted $1.43. Hello Stevie hand waving heart, how bad is the snow?
Hey, Snute. It's not bad at all right now, actually. There's just a little bit of snow on the Mountain Dew cans outside, but that's, I was expecting way more. It was just really windy last night, I guess. How about you? Did you get hit with a lot of snow? Thank you for the 2.
But then I went back in 2019, and they did. So it had done
Yeah, how's the vertigo today?
spread that quick. But still in 2019, the only club that allowed that in Greensboro was the Treasure Club of Greensboro, which has a limo that takes you off the property,
Fucking
and
Treasure
you and a guy
Club.
are alone in the limo doing God knows what off of the property. That was the only club back in the day. So there was one club that I knew of in North Carolina and one club that I knew of in South Carolina up until COVID. When COVID happened, all of the clubs started putting in limos, started putting in hot tubs, started building private rooms. They changed everything. And another thing that changed was immigration. We see a lot of people immigrating to these states, and the clubs, you can see it. And it's affected the business, because I'm going to tell you what, here's how the locals feel. The locals feel like that is their local spot to go and drink a beer. If they see a girl they like, then they might spend $30 on a damn lap dance once in a blue moon. They now go in there and they're treated like shit in their favorite local spot because they don't have $300 to spend every time that they come in to drop on a girl. And if you don't, the girls will treat you like shit. They will blacklist you to the point that you don't even want to come in there anymore because everybody in there is bullying you. It's messed up. It's so messed up. The whole industry is shot. Hell, the guys that were coming in over the weekend, or this past week that I met, they acted like they didn't have, money. And so, once again, when you're making money off of people that have money and those people don't have money, they just
You're
think
up at my broadcast throwing me beans?
At VW 2054 stroker super chatted $1.99. It is 73 Dag in Deep South H Texas grin.
The Deep South. That sounds nice. Thank you for the 2.
got money to spend. It's affected the industry. I would say upwards of 80% of our business we lost during, after COVID. 80%. 70 to 80. So that means a typical Friday when we would have 100 customers in there. Now a typical Friday, we only got 30 customers in the whole fucking night on a Friday, Saturday night. Think about that. A club the size of a Walmart only seeing 30 customers in a night on a Friday night. I don't know what people think this is. People think that, I guess, I do know what people think this is. People think that you can just show up and there's strippers already drunk and, happy chaos, bitches running around naked and money flying in the air, and maybe there's somebody in the bathroom doing some, devil's snow, and, I do know
Yeah, the fun strip clubs.
what people think it is, and I'm telling you, it's nothing like that.
Not a Brook strip club. It's all business and weird fucking outfits and theatrical performances. The backflips and fucking pyramids. Like cheerleading pyramids, the strippers.
Nothing. It looks nothing like a music video. Nothing. Quite the opposite. There's no customers that come in anymore. These guys don't have money. They're struggling. And
It's like a salad bar in
they
the
come
corner.
in and they want to have fun, but they don't have the money, and so they immediately get defensive. They get really tight and I'm not spending any money. It's how much, And I mean, I get it. $300 is a lot of money. And that's what sucks. And that's why I don't prefer to work at clubs that are like bougie like that, because they really kill two whole social classes of people. They kill the middle class and the poor.
She's gonna talk herself into stripping again. She's gonna be like, you know what? We could probably just do this at a better club. Let's take another crack at it. I think she does. Until October. This is only like the first week of September.
When you say that they have to drop $1,000 coming in the damn door, and there are clubs that do that, there's a minimum of like $200 at the club in Raleigh. You have to spend $200 off the gate, and then you don't even get to touch the girl for $200.
Yeah, don't do drugs, guys. Drugs are bad.
You have to spend $300 to get in a VIP room to even be able to grab some ass. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But when you do that, you're telling certain groups of people that they can't come in and enjoy themselves. So you're really killing half of your business right there, because 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck right now. And it keeps going up. Keeps going up. So that's why they're dead at that new club. Everybody came, they saw, they had fun for the first couple months they were open. And what did I tell you guys? I said their business will be gone within a year. Hell, it was gone within 4 months. I was wrong. Took a lot less time than I thought. I said, damn, by 4th month, I was just like, what is going on? This is literally the nicest club in the whole state. And it's nice, y'all. Beautiful cheetah print everywhere. High back sofas, like the high top back sofas.
We're judging the quality of a club based off a cheetah print?
With the pin cushions in them, and like, I mean, just elaborate, beautiful establishment. But it will never make the money back that it's spent on that building. You can't do it. Even if you were fucking, well, I guess they can, charging the girls charge, because like I said, we did the numbers. If I was to do 8 hot tubs a month every year, or for the year, that's $100,000 that the club would make, but that's only $38,000 that I would make, and that is before taxes. So when you do an hour hot tub, it is $1,500. It's actually $1,200. There's a 20% surcharge on ours. So if you show up with a call,
Blah blah blah. She walks away with 400. So if you're making $400 an hour, you're trying to tell me that you're only walking away with $100,000 a year? Are you crazy? Maybe if like you're only selling 1 hot tub a night. I guess if you did a whole 8 hours, you'd be a prune.
hard, they're going to be tacking on 20 to 30%. So that $1,000 just went to $1,200 or $1,300. Then if the guy wants to tip, that tip does not go to the dancer. It absolutely, by law, is supposed to go to the dancer. That's another way that they're fucking y'all over, and y'all don't even realize you're legal fucking right. When he says that tip is for her, which the customer did the day that I did my hot tub, he was actually pissed when he saw that I only $400. And that's another thing. They try to separate the girls from the guys after the completion of hot tubs. They do that so that the customers can't find out how much of the money the girls don't get. So, $100,000, 8 hot tubs a month. That's $100,000 that the club would make. That's me walking away with $38,000. Now I have to pay taxes on that money, and they take a third. So I'm making what a minimum wage worker would be making, stripping. And they're making hundreds of thousands every year off of each girl if she's doing hot tubs. So I did an hour hot tub. The guy was new to the club. He had never been there before. He was ultra.
You think people idolize Brooke? Maybe Miss GT 500. Or like, I don't know. There's people who come in and think that they can fix her, or she's just an innocent little angel. I don't know what's your... What are you getting at?
Ultra respectful. He definitely asked questions that could allude to the fact that he was looking for sex, but he never pressed his luck. Once I said, you know,
Do you want to be idolized? Just get on YouTube and start talking crazy stuff, I guess. And if you, I think that a whole bunch of criticism and hate is idolization, then go for it, Holmes.
yeah, this is what we do. We go in here, we drink champagne. I'll even give you a massage for that fucking price. You deserve 5 massages, okay? I said I'll even massage your back, and I did.
The Matrix.
And he tipped me $300, so it was $1,200, $300 tip. I got to walk away with $400 out of $1,500. You know, these girls, they say, oh, I made $400. Oh my God, I made $400. Bitch, it should have been $4 grand. Okay? Let's be honest. You're putting your fucking life at risk and health at risk, getting into a fucking nasty ass
Mud Pit, did your cat do a whole bunch of typing
hot tub that
in the middle of the night?
thousands of nasty ass men have been in. It should have been $4 grand. Stop devaluing yourself. Like, Jesus, you're putting your life in danger. Legitimately. If that motherfucker has some kind of disease, bitch, now you got a disease. That's how that works. Because you were in a hot tub with your vagina out. And there's no way to avoid getting water on or around or potentially even in it.
My goodness.
You would be surprised at how many women don't realize that you can absolutely get herpes from a hot tub. Anyways, I'm just...
Can you? Let's look it up. Can you get herpes from a hot tub? And I don't want an answer from Big Hot Tub. I want the right answer. No, you cannot get herpes from a hot tub through the water because the virus is not transmitted in the water and is killed by the chlorine. However, there is a low risk of transmission if a person with an active open herpes sores comes in direct contact with the warm surface of a hot tub surrounding area, like a plastic seat, before the virus dies. Ooh, you know, before the virus makes that sound and dies. But mostly it's spread through sex. It says the more you know.
Just saying that it's not right. It's illegal as shit. When a customer leaves a tip for the dancer, it goes to the dancer. These dancers don't realize that, though, and they're not going to put up a fuss because they're desperate to have a job. Y'all know me. I don't give a fuck. I ain't going back if I make it.
Don't do drugs or herpes, guys. They're bad.
Because it's just not right. And being complicit in it is teaching these young
It's all lies from Big Hot Tub.
girls to devalue themselves. You are so much more worth than that. Worth so much more than that. Yeah, so another thing that they do is they charge house fees and stuff. That's also illegal. I did notice that they don't have house fees at this place. Let's go see if we can get a better sub because I'm starving. Where's my keys? Where's my purse? Oh. Filling my gas tank up just about broke me, but I've got to eat something today. I hope they're still open.
Well, we shouldn't have yapped for an hour.
You know that whole stereotype about dudes with big trucks? It's so legitimate, y'all. It has to be. Every dude I know with a big ass truck is an asshole.
You're a dude with a big ass truck. Now you're muted.
And you're being a douche canoosh. When did that lady say douche canoosh? She said it. Hold on. It's called a douche canoe. Douche canoe. I love that. I'm trying to visualize if that's a real thing, you know? I need a sub. I need a sub. I'm so glad this temperature dropped because I've been about to die this summer. That's another thing. Dehydration, like, will dehydrate you. Like, it'll make you skinny. Like, you'll lose weight.
Nah, she's still in jail. This is from September. That's why there's a thing up there. Woo.
From being dehydrated. That's why when I be seeing these women out here panhandling, claiming that they got 5 kids, but they weigh 500 pounds, I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? His son be like, I'm hungry. I can't work. I'm disabled. I have 5 kids. I'm hungry. Are you sure about that? Cause I've faced some pretty extreme hunger in my life, and I got skinnier, not fatter. I don't know though. Some be like, you know, genetics. It could be some birth defect. I don't know.
All Brooke had to do was quit heroin. And then she couldn't drink water or eat food. She was like, I can't do it. I need an IV, Dave. $300 a day. Dave was like, I will come from the Pentagon to pick you up and take you to the IV place. Don't worry, Heather. Oh, we're muted. I could have said that all. Whoa! Why am I so tired today? Because we were up late watching fucking Heather Gillespie, that's why. Ah! Barbecue Doritos? I don't like barbecue Doritos. I tried to when they were, there was a dinosaur on them for Jurassic Park one time. I guess I gotta get the transcript up. 1 to 3? I think we went from midnight to 4 a.m. I think it was like 5. I went to bed at like 5 a.m. I thought her thing would have cut back on. Oh my god. Cut back on. That's a fucking Brookism. The stupid transcripts. Making me scroll. Okay.
Down and listen. That was clearly I'm trying to get in the car. That was clearly a kid that's transgender, and
That's crazy. 3 minutes 46 seconds.
you could see that he doubts himself. Like even when making the sandwich, y'all, our youth.
He's doubting himself while making the sandwich.
I feel so bad for our youth. It makes me want to literally fucking cry because I can see that like he's unsure of himself. Like you can just feel these vibes from people, and he's like very nervous. And I mean, it's probably my fucking channel. God, if he's seen me, he's probably scared I'm gonna fucking be mean to him. I would never. I actually feel horrible for people, which is one of the reasons that I talk about these things clearly. But he's like very shy, almost like very self-doubtful, and I see this a lot in the
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to center this meat putting it on the sandwich. I'm doubting myself.
youth. It's like they're
Oh, 3 hours 46 minutes. Yeah, see, that was a long time. Because Heather Gillespie went live in the middle of the night, and it wasn't just like a nothing stream, like her working out or her driving in silence. She was going off. She was like, "Fuck the casino!" Ah, da, 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 da. That's pretty good. You guys should go back and watch it if you're interested in Heather Gillespie.
scared to. What has happened? They genuinely seem scared to open their mouth and enunciate their words. What the fuck has happened? These kids are out here fucking terrified to speak. Make it make sense. Man, something happened. I mean, probably freaking, I don't know, man. I think that these kids are starting to talk about it. Kimberly, y'all know I talk about Kimberly a lot. She does the cigarette mom sketches.
Still don't know what a cigarette mom is. I guess a mom that smokes cigarettes?
Skits.
Yeah, she was going off last night.
But clearly, from her skits, you can see that she was abused in the home.
Security guard like went through her bag. She didn't like that. And then they didn't let Xavier in the casino because he just has like a photocopy version of his ID. And then she blamed a whole bunch of doppelganger Xaviers for having his actual ID. She's like, there's like 10 fake Xaviers running around with his ID. It was something else. It was a treat. It was pretty good.
And the yelling, the condescending, when you're growing up in a home where your parents berating you verbally, mentally, abusing you, even physically abusing you, you're going to grow up doubting yourself. A lot of children don't even have a sense of self because their parents beat them and was so bad and evil to them that they don't know how to function as adults. They just shut down. And it's sad. I see this. And that boy, now I don't know if they're trans or not, but they
Well, what the fuck, Brooke? Why are we making assumptions? Why are we assuming things?
look trans, and it doesn't matter.
It does exactly. So why did we lead with it?
It's just that it's a common theme. It does matter.
Oh
Why
my
is
God.
it?
It doesn't matter, but it does matter. Just like when she was like, "It's because they're black and fat. They took my kids." No, that's not really the reason why. It's because you broke your kid's arm and you're an evil person.
Transgender children.
It's like Heather Gillespie. Heather Gillespie doesn't like that Xavier's turning trans.
Why? How are these things linked? Because there has to be, y'all, it just breaks my heart. I don't even know how to put into words what I'm trying to say right now.
I don't know. He probably just had a fucking apron on because he works at Subway, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, it's a trans, honey. Look, he's wearing an apron."
Because it's a mind fuck. I can tell that boy is doubting himself, and I would hope that he doesn't need to doubt himself. A lot of kids do that when they've been gaslit their whole fucking life by their parents too. When you're gaslit, when you're in an abusive situation and you're slit, it makes you doubt yourself. You don't trust yourself.
Remember when Eminem was looking at himself in the mirror before the big rap competition? Or whatever they call it. And he was doubting himself? It was like that. Mom spaghetti.
You trust your own opinion. You don't trust your own opinion because everybody's told you that your opinion is wrong. You've had your family, your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever the situation was with. It makes you doubt yourself because you've been told that you wrong your whole life. And I just want that person to know you're not wrong.
That's what they call it, the rap battle.
Don't doubt yourself.
You guys can make spaghetti for Thanksgiving.
Trust your intuition. Trust intuition. And you can do anything that you want to, that you can put your mind to do. It's just really sad because I see these kids out here all the time, and it's probably not even kids.
Remember in the movie where he quit rapping because he was like, rapping used to be about theatrical performances. Nah, that never happened, but it would have been funny if it did.
His
friend shot himself in his dick with a gun. That did happen.
Probably in their 20s, but still, that's young. That's still so young, y'all. That's still a baby. I don't care if he's 25, still a baby. Hell, my life didn't even begin until I was 32, so. This sub looks so good. Thank you. Who bought a sticker? Thank you, Anna. I think this was almost tucked. It looks good. Here, let me turn this around so I can show you. Let me turn it around. Can you see it a little bit? Peppers, spinach, mayonnaise, turkey. Those Doritos are slamming. Those are my new favorite ones. I've always liked the
Barbecue?
sweet chili, but these are freaking fire.
Oh, I miss I can't have sweet chili heat anymore. That's like one of the few Dorito flavors that have wheat in it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what in sweet chili heat you need wheat in it for.
The tangy sweet barbecue. All right, I'm gonna cut this light off before I get killed. I wonder if customers have made that kid that way.
What?
Let me tell you something. Y'all, I ever witnessed
Subway made my son trans.
somebody being mean to somebody in public, and I'm gonna go off. I'm probably gonna go to jail. Like, I wonder, I don't know. The lights are off. Babe.
Oh, I just like die. Like my stomach really hurts. I end up puking. I just like roll around in bed for like a week. It's really bad actually. Like I fucking hate it. And that's why I don't do that shit. Because I'm a very stubborn person. Like I was telling you guys the other day that I was smoking with the tube in my lung. That's probably not a good idea, right? But my body could take it. My body can't take wheat. I don't know what happened. Somewhere along the way in life, and my body just started rejecting it. So if I do because I miss wheat, man. I miss gluten. I miss just eating like Big Macs. So if I could force it into my body and make it take it, I would, but I can't. So it's just like really bad times. It's really bad. My intestines feel like they're on fire.
The lights are off. I wish I could tap you on the shoulder. Might cause you to wreck. Can you imagine my loud ass mouth getting tapped on the shoulder? Your lights are off. I wonder if like customers being mean to that kid have made that.
Can I do edibles? Yeah, I mean, as long as there's no gluten in them. Most of them is just like gelatin. Gelatin doesn't have gluten in it. Or like corn syrup. Like I can eat most candy. Not. I wanted to get rainbow ropes. Every rainbow rope, brand of rainbow rope, has wheat in it for some reason, but most of other candies don't, which is good.
That kid like that. Thank you.
There's some pretty good gluten-free lasagnas out in the market. Gluten-free pasta isn't actually that bad. Or maybe it's just been so long since I've eaten real pasta that I don't know the difference, but I like gluten-free pasta. Or lasagna.
Thank you.
And pasta.
I always wanted a sister. I had brothers. They were mean. No, they weren't that bad. They were definitely my first bullies, but you know, siblings. Gotta love them, right?
I take care of myself. I don't do hard drugs. That's taking care of myself. I don't do hard drugs, and I don't do things that I'm allergic and or could kill me. That's a step in the right direction, to be honest.
I don't know.
I used to be lactose intolerant, and I forced myself to like eat cheese and stuff until it went away, and it went away. So but this gluten thing isn't like that. I don't know. It's not the same.
Honestly think that me nor my siblings receive enough love and affection in the home, and it caused us to hate each other because we always felt like one or the other was getting more attention than the other. And I feel like there were adults in our childhood that played off of that as well, which is even sadder to think about.
The Doritos nacho cheese here doesn't have gluten in them. Unless, did they add it? I don't have any bags of
Is it in there?
Doritos for reference, but there's like a gluten-free symbol on it. Thanksgiving is in October for us Canadians.
Thank you, Anna, again.
Hey, we're back.
See, remember I told him, I said, yeah, you can surprise me. I don't care what kind of cheese it is. He looked so scared. So I'm wondering if maybe he's had some bad. I'm sure he has. I'm sure that being part of the LGBTQ+, there are hateful people out there that'll like bash you for that. Me personally,
That'll bash you for picking the wrong cheese?
if I know that you're part of that community, I try to
Thanks for the beans. You're up at my broadcast throwing me beans?
At GeorgeEgg7386 super chatted $2. Morning Steve, hope you're good today.
Ah, thanks, George. Thank you for the 2.
accommodate you even further. If you want me to use your pronouns, I don't mind. What I have a problem with, though, is the indoctrination of children, the mutilation of them, and the sterilization of them. Unfortunately, there are some bad people that are part of the LGBTQ+, and they want to harm children, and they've successfully passed laws to do so. To allow children to harm themselves, I just think there's a time and place for everything. And it's not when you're underage for anything. You know what I mean? Like, when you're underage, you need to be focused on your, school and your family and not this baloney. It's too soon. If you want to worry about it at 20, that's different. Go for it. I would hope that you know, though, that your brain's not developed till you're 25. So maybe don't start cutting on yourself till then, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe this is like a Canadian thing, huh?
What kills me is that when I see these kids out here, I can tell that something's not right. That poor kid looks so unsure of himself. And hell, for all I know, he's probably a grown-ass man. I don't know. I just know that going back to profiling, the reason that we have, profiling tools is to be able.
What tools? What's a profiling tool? Your eyeballs and your brain?
To judge these things, we need to be able to assess people. Do you know how many people it's probably been saved because their friend noticed that they were in a bad mood one day and might be about to take their own life, and they said, I think my friend's suicidal, let me call the cops. And sure enough, their friend was suicidal and about to end it all. You gotta pay attention to people. It's just sad. I wish I could give him a hug. I asked him, I said, are you working a store by yourself? And he says, no, I got somebody else. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, damn, why did I ask that? That's so fucking robbery-ish. Like, that's literally some shit that a robber would ask right before they freaking rob the place, you know? Like, are you working alone? Are you gonna be packing the safe by yourself? Like, you know what I mean? That was probably not smart to ask, but I was like, yeah. You don't hear another little twerp.
Actually, I don't have celiac disease until after I quit opiates, but that would probably be a terrible time. So this is how I have a bag of Doritos here from a very, very old video. A very old video. That's me eating Doritos. This is the nacho Doritos, and it says gluten-free on this bag of Doritos. So this is how I can prove it. I don't know. In America, they might have wheat in them because it's saying online, it's like, that's evil. There's wheat in it.
Doritos have become gluten-free overnight.
See? Right there. Gluten-free. So maybe this is, I can't remember, Mountain Dew in Canada has, it like doesn't have something or it does have something. What's different about Mountain Dew in Canada than in the States? I can't remember. But I was showing you guys it. Anyways, these Doritos nachos flavors are gluten-free. I don't know what's going on in America. What a crazy time we're living in.
I think so too, Chill. I have some in my tooth that's aggravating the hell out of me. It's like a piece of lie.
Depends on what
It's all
factory
your
it's
fault.
made
I'm
in.
gonna get a bike.
There's no reason that they should have wheat. It's a corn chip with like cheese dust on it. Why does there need to be wheat?
An e-bike sounds like fun, Chris. Do I know you, Chris? I know a Chris Perez from North Carolina. Small world after all. I'm sure. I think that this guy I dated, his grandma got an e-bike. She loved it. She said it did all the hard work for her. If that's a way to get you out the house, get out the house. Do it.
I can't. Well, I already told you guys. The Doritos are too expensive now. The Doritos are a rich man's chip. But back in the day, I can't even imagine not being able to eat Doritos.
I know they can range in the thousands of dollars. They start at a few hundred and probably go, and hell, they might start at 1,000. I might be wrong about that, y'all. I know that they're a few grand for a night.
Yeah, everything's written in French here, as well as English. No Spanish. Everything's Le Francais. Hello, Mac, a lot of Miller.
Nice one. They have a modem, so when you're like, it's an e-bike, it's an electrical bike, you can charge it. It has a small motor that'll take you up the incline. If you're like going up a hill, you ain't even got to pedal, honey. The bike will carry you up. It's like a dirt bike, but not really. It doesn't have the engine like a dirt bike. It's not a 4 or 5 cylinder. It's just a access. Is this the police trying to? Y'all, it's really crazy. Yeah, I'm wondering what you're doing. Some freaking twerp. That's another one. The Challengers, man. I mean, the Chargers. I'm just so fucking over it. If you want people to think that you're a douchebag, buy a Charger.
Back to Dush. She said it's weird. Okay, so when she says douche canoosh, but then she says Dush. Whoops. When there's no canoe with it.
Honestly, if I had to do it all over, I wouldn't buy a Chevy again, ever, because I've had so many problems out of Chevy. But also, I wouldn't buy it because everybody prejudges me off of my truck when it was a complete fucking accident that I ended up with this truck. I went to buy a fucking Nissan truck. I wanted the Titan with the Cummins diesel in it. Thank God I didn't get that now. My gas bill would have been 10 times worse. I would have been spending fucking $8,000 a month instead of $2,000 on gas. Oh my God. You idiots.
I thought that was her reaction to the chip.
This lady just...
Could you, hold on. Could you imagine? This is the reaction to the chip.
Oh my God.
Ah!
You idiots.
Shock of flavor.
This lady just almost got T-boned right here. There was another car that came through that stop sign and almost just T-boned her. Jesus, right in front of me. I'm just sitting here minding my business, eating my Doritos.
Sit here, we'll listen to my Will Smith CD.
Susie over here in my mouth. What you
Willow
doing,
Davis
Susie?
don't color cover locales to get views. Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too. Let's see what Flintstone we get today. It's either gonna be fucking Dino or Bam Bam, I swear to God.
Ladies, but we be beefing, yeah. I don't know why. Because they're mad
Fucking
that their
Bam
husband
Bam.
got it from me in freaking 2006. You know? Like it's my fault. These Doritos are some of the best ones. Sweet and tangy barbecue. 10 out of 10.
No. I don't beef with anybody. Unless I have to. But I don't think we don't have to do
I'm
that.
debating if I want to go back in this Walmart right now or if I want to go to a gas station. I'm going to need to use the bathroom before bed. I gotta hop back there and put my window cover up. Oh my God, these Doritos are so freaking good, man. I could literally eat those with like some salsa. They would be really good with some salsa and avocado. Like a dip. A dip? What are you looking at? Look. Look. I just swear, every single fucking time. Like, mind your business, carrying in the fucking Dodge minivan. Why?
Doritos made my ankle swell up really big one time. Because I was eating like 3 bags of Doritos a day.
Why is Dodge on my hit list today? I swear to God, every single person I've ran into that drove a Dodge was not minding their business. And it is my business if it's around my damn vehicle because it's my life we're talking about. I got weirdos pulling
Burks in America.
up in the middle of the night trying to find me so that I'll touch their pecker. Weirdos.
That's salt. Yeah.
It's always the
It's electrolytes.
same profile too. White male between the ages of 25 to 70.
Oh my.
Video game and or
I'm really trying to figure out how much Mountain Dew I drink in a day. I think it's over 6 cans. I think I go through like 1 case in 2 days. Might be more than that, I don't know.
obsessed with porn type. They spend more time
I'll buy like 3 cases and they're gone. And I'll be like, fuck, man.
whacking off than they do looking for a job.
Well, Doritos
they
are too
obsess
expensive.
over-
Doritos and McDonald's is too expensive. I can't even eat McDonald's anyways, but it's about the principle.
For me, let me tell you.
I could go on a whole McDonald's rant. It's society's fault. Yep, it's society's fault. But it's I don't know. I've been ranting about it in my head for a while. It doesn't even matter because I can't eat it. So I should probably stop it.
Like, it's just crazy. Y'all, I know that once I put cameras on the truck that has like night vision or whatever, that it's gonna stop. But like I said, I've already got in touch with several agencies describing what's happening to me and how people are trying to cyberbully me and hunt me down off the internet and stuff, you know, so, little bitches talk shit.
I'm not really missing Doritos too much, to be honest. I had my Doritos fling where I ate them all the time, and now life goes on, you know?
Shit when people have their backs turned. This is why
Is she? Is Heather laughing yet? My eyeball's itchy.
I'm teaching you losers how to be respectful on this channel. That's fake. That makes you fake. When you won't say something to somebody's face, but you'll get on the internet and get behind a keyboard, that makes you a pussy. You know, the thing that you've never touched before.
Oh my.
Oh my god, these chips are so good.
Heather Lesbie's channel is just spinning.
They doing a baby exchange.
She must have tech boxed that.
She looks pleasant.
I don't think YouTube even notified me of that. After you go live a certain amount of times in a day, I think like YouTube just stops letting people know. So I didn't even know she was live. I mean, that's why I need to get I might have to resurrect good little angel bot and take up some RAM on my computer.
So I guess Dad had the baby for the weekend and Mom met him over at Walmart to pick the baby up. What the fuck are you looking at, bitch? I'm literally about to go over here and confront this heifer.
Oh.
Digging in her fucking nose. Oh my god, y'all. Why won't my camera reach? Why won't my fucking camera reach? This bitch is up in her nose knuckle deep. Up in her nose knuckle fucking deep. I think she's about to pull off. Or is she waiting on somebody?
Brooke was a paraking falcon in a previous life. She can just see for miles and miles and miles, but not up in front of her face.
Oh, she's buying drugs? What's going on? Oh, food. Oh, God, no, not drugs. Lord, have mercy. No wonder she's looking at me. That's why. God dang, no. Girl, you gotta do better, baby. I don't think you need to be at Zaxby's, Mama. I just, it's a wild guess. Bless her heart, y'all. Did y'all see the fucking car move when she jumped out?
I do remember that. And then she was like, if y'all come to my next court thing, you will be arrested on scene.
Hey. But I'm mean. She's literally gonna die by 50, but I'm mean? No. I'm rational. We have got to turn this epidemic around, man. Kids are out here having fucking heart attacks. And you would think that that would be enough for parents to feed their children better. But no. I see parents that are complicit in getting their children fat because they're jealous of their children.
What? Complicit in getting their children fat. See, this goes into this. It's society's fault that McDonald's is shit nowadays. And Morgan Spurlock, what is that? I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I don't really give a fuck. That guy's an asshole. You know, that guy was just drunk. He was just drunk for the whole time he filmed Super Size Me, and then when he did all his fucking health things, it's because he was a drunk alcoholic, not because McDonald's is bad for you. McDonald's is still bad for you. You shouldn't eat it for 30 days straight. But the guy also didn't fucking walk around, and he just drank off camera all the time. He admitted this. He's also a rapist. So fuck that guy. And then America is like, oh, yeah, the corporations are out to get us. They make fast food taste too good and it's too cheap. So we got to portion down the sizes, like Casey Neistat. He's like, why can I buy so much soda for so much less? So now there's less soda costing more. And same with the fast food, and the whole fucking model's broken because of Super Size Me and shit. So instead of like it being a fun, happy place, it's like this desolate hellhole because apparently Chipotle proved in the market that if you just make the place look like fancier, people will pay more, and then you can resell the building right after. Like if you have to move or something, you can sell it to a bank or something because they all look the same now. Anyways, it didn't make healthy food like more affordable. It just like jacked up the price of food that, I don't know, if you used to be able to get like enough calories to feed a small family for like a very small amount of money, but people just bitched until now we get shit and everything's expensive. Like fuck it. That's my little rant. It's society's fault. Fuck it.
1000%. I've witnessed so many moms
Come on, Ghostface. Yeah, they want a tip too.
who all but force feed their children with the intention
How does that help? How does that help struggling families? It doesn't.
of their children to get fat because they're jealous of their own daughter. How pathetic. How pathetic. So sad. And I see it every day. Every single day. Go to any local Walmart, Target.
Oh, I know. This is why. It also goes back to like people like Brooke. I don't want to see fat people in America. So we just got to price them out of food.
You're going to see children that are obese. Children.
Right. Morons.
So sad.
America used to be great.
And we live in a society where if your child is not obese, then the teachers say that your child is underweight. Because they're not morbidly obese like the other children. It's bullshit. It's kind of pathetic. I mean, it is pathetic. I mean, it's very dangerous. So I'm getting in my parking spot. Where's my window cover? I would like to park on the other side, but honestly, here'll be fine. They're doing construction in the rest of the parking lot, so I don't want to be like over there in the morning when they start to do that construction.
Morgan Spalleck is dead. Yeah, he's a dead guy. He died.
Why is it okay for a parent to feed their child to the point that their child is so obese that the doctor has to put them on a damn diet? And you know, these parents, they don't abide by it. They see the doctor as a problem. They just keep feeding their child more processed shit. Why is that okay? Why have we not deemed that a threat to society, like, or a threat to these children? Why is it okay for a parent to overly feed
A threat to society. Well-fed kids. Threat to society.
a child to the point that they are, 150 pounds at 6 years old? But that's not abuse. It absolutely is abuse. Absolutely 100%. Just like it's abusive to put your kid on the internet twerking and dancing on social media. It's the same thing. It's the same two damn evils. And they'll keep doing it until finally so many children are injured. Somebody finally gets the balls to change the law and make something happen as to where children are not being hurt anymore by their parents.
The
My
fat
bed
kid's
back.
doing the twerking.
Trying to move it back.
It's like
So the first thing that I
it's like two things kind of fighting her in her dystopian world that she's describing. It's like all these kids pressured to be attractive and twerk apparently on fucking YouTube, but also at the same time, all these kids pressured to be fat, like they're also being made to be fat, which kind of those two things I don't think correlate, but whatever. I don't know. It's Brooke's world. We just live in it.
have to do in the morning. I know that it's Sunday, but I gotta get up super early and train. Oh my god, I can't train. My freaking shoulder. It's like I'm so excited to get back in there, and then I forget that my shoulder is messed up. Where's the freaking light? So I guess I'm not training tomorrow. I'll probably try to sleep in then.
I just don't know. What is she training for? Not. I guess she quit the club scene again, so I guess just training to be fit.
In and fucking sleep in. Whew. Hope that y'all have a good night. I'm going to bed and wake up
Can the Discord bot do Heather Gillespie?
early and go to the gym and shower and get some stuff done tomorrow. I have a lot to do. I've got about 200 emails that I need to answer that I didn't get done today because I was stressed about going to a shitty club that I don't need to be in to start with. It's the last place that I need to be in.
Ooh.
It's a miracle.
Got checking on Mark. Haven't looked at Mark for well, we checked in on him yesterday. I think we've been checking on him every day, right? He just didn't give us a lot of content yesterday, I guess.
That I'm even fucking clean, I tell you, man.
But he should be doing something for Valentine's. He should be doing something for Thanksgiving, though, yeah?
Everybody around you. And when they know that you're sober, they try everything to try to get you to go back to drug use. Those are not your friends, though. Once again, that's not your friends. That is somebody who's in competition with you and wants to see you fail. Stay away from people like that. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. You can have better than that. You might be a little lonely at first, but, you know, I think that that loneliness is a good thing. It helps you get to know yourself. If you're feeling lonely, then you need to get to know yourself. That means you need to know yourself.
You need a project. Just gotta keep your hands busy.
So yes, loneliness can be good because it can be a gateway to figuring out who you are and getting a great sense of self, what you do like, what you don't like, what you believe in, what your morals are, what your values are. You ask most people if they have morals and values, they say yeah. And when you ask them to describe their morals and values, they cannot do it.
I don't think many people have, like, I guess, put them all into words. It's more of like a feeling, I guess. I don't know. You just know right from wrong. It's not something you really have to think too hard about or write a fucking doctrine on.
Stay away from like that. And learn to be happy with loneliness. I'm not lonely anymore. I was lonely 2 years ago when I was in a relationship with a man that had kids. That was the lone point of my fucking life. And I left him. And I found, you know, me. And I'm so glad that I did. So glad that I did. Best decision I ever made. Best decision I ever made. And I was lonely first. I thought, you know, because I thought that I had this great relationship. But then after, you know, 18 months now of over that, I've been single for a couple of years now. So, you know, after a few years of being single, you
Dave.
get to learn to enjoy the peace. You have peace. You find out that you have peace when you're not around all of the people that you allowed in your life. You got peace. Not loneliness, honey. That's peace. You're just not used to it. You're used to toxic. You're used to fake people trying to fuck you over, and you got to figure out who it is today trying to scheme on you. That's yeah, you'll get peace. It feels like loneliness, but what it is it's peace, and you're not used to it because you've been dealing toxic. It feels lonely, but get used to it. Sometimes, you know, what do they say? Absence makes their heart grow fonder.
Yeah, but that doesn't apply in this scenario, right? Because you're not going back to Dave or Randy. That would be crazy, right?
Yeah, let loneliness be your gateway to yourself and to peace. But anyways, I'm gonna run. I love you guys. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll probably have a better sense of what I plan to do. Because I've still been doing job interviews and that's not going well. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do those, but we'll talk tomorrow. I love you guys. Pray for me because God knows I need it, and I'm praying for you.
Do you think spiders play music ever?
So let me show y'all the type of losers that want to walk. I'm in license plates. This is the type of losers that want to pull up and wake people up in the middle of the fucking night. Car full of fucking teachers with no fucking job
Teachers?
or life. First of all, I'm getting all their tags. I'm getting all of them. Are you going to get them? Because you're not keeping me safe.
Do you want to go to jail?
Do you want to fucking be an officer that cares?
I guess the night did not go well.
Get back in your vehicle, ma'am.
No, it looks like I got to do your goddamn job for you.
Shut your mouth. If you want anything to happen tonight, you shut your mouth. You listen to me right now, okay? If you want to act like a child, I'm going to treat you like a
I'm a
freaking child,
child.
okay?
Oh, really? We have
Okay?
how many children sitting here following me
Listen to
around?
It's not a crime to sit in the parking lot.
Sir,
and it's not
they
a crime
came
sit in
here
the
to
parking-
harass me.
I
Go get the
guarantee-
fucking footage.
They don't know you.
Yeah, they don't fucking know you. Thank God. It's someone with some balls. Yeah, get this bitch out of here.
Sir, they have been sitting.
Why
they
would
do.
they come from West Virginia? They don't know
They
you.
didn't come from West Virginia.
That's what you told me.
I'm sorry that there's a misunderstanding that I have trauma and that I don't speak clearly.
Okay.
You're not listening to me. Do you know what
high
Reddit?
school. They're in high school.
Yes, and they
live
know
here.
who I am. I know that. Will you let me finish?
Go ahead. What you're not going to do is get out of the vehicle.
There
and
is
start harassing
multiple.
them either.
Listen, I don't know if there's a subreddit. Do you know what Reddit is?
I know what Reddit is.
I don't know if there's some kind of Reddit, but everywhere I go, it doesn't matter what state I'm in, there are groups of teenagers showing up to Walmart doing
But I guess teenagers just hang out at Walmart these days. Maybe you shouldn't fucking try to sleep at Walmart.
Teenagers hang out at Walmart. I'm
Okay, well they
At least that's there you go, the cop says so.
seen my fucking shit.
Okay, that's not a crime. They've seen your stuff out there. They're not blocking you in. They're hanging out in the parking lot. There's not a crime being committed right now.
Stalking.
But if you want to,
They are
stalking you.
Then why do they keep burning this road up? They've been doing it for 2 hours.
They're not stalking you.
They absolutely are trying to cause problems because they've seen my stuff online.
Why would they want to?
There is, but I don't think these people are on it. It's not a very popular subreddit. They're pretty fucking insane. And if you don't follow everything you say to a T, then they'll just call you a PDF file and shit. Ask me how I know.
Cause problems.
Because they want the attention, because
Why?
they're losers. They're hanging out in a
Okay.
Walmart parking lot.
There's not a crime to hang out in a Walmart.
They're
parking lot.
losers.
And they're not meth heads. It's 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday night.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
There's been, every Walmart
None of
that I
that-
go to,
okay.
I don't know if they listen.
Teenagers hang out in Walmart. I'm
They're
sure you
allowed
know
to,
that,
but
okay?
why are they harassing me? Why have
They're
they
not
been?
harassing you.
Then go get the footage and watch it. Go in there and watch
What
it.
did they do? Tell me.
They have drove by me. They do donuts around me.
Why don't
So
you leave?
Yeah, why don't you leave?
because where else do you want me to sleep? There's only 2 places.
You can go anywhere else.
I cannot sleep anywhere else.
It's lighted.
So this is what happens. You see this shit? Y'all see those little bitches over there, high school students. So they've definitely saw my material. They've definitely.
What? High school kids have way better shit to do with their time than watch Breezy Breeze with Brooke on fucking YouTube, bro. Like, there's so much better shit to do in the world than watch this. This is like, I don't know, this just ended up being my job somehow. But if I were a teenager, I would not give a fuck.
Because this is the 5th night in a row. So if somebody knows, please tell me. Tell me.
Funny thing, they don't have Reddit on their phone, and they've never heard of Reddit.
Go look at YouTube. Go look up Breezy Breeze with Brooke. See what they were looking on. No, go look on YouTube here.
Ma'am, they don't know who you are.
They do. They exactly do. Then why are they burning out around my fucking car?
I'm not going to stand here and have a screaming match with you.
Y'all are really stupid. I'm sorry, but you are. You're really stupid. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I can't do that if you're yelling at me.
Okay. And online, I also talk about bullies, losers that do drugs, that hang out at Walmart parking lots, that don't have any responsibilities tomorrow. Yes, even Sunday, I'm going to be up early, busting my ass to change my life. They fucking found me. Listen, I was in West Virginia, 2 different Walmarts. There's footage of that. Will anybody go help me with this cyber stalking? It's absolutely cyber stalking.
You said it's cyber stalking?
It is cyber stalking. They have found me online. They know who I am because I've had so many views. They know exactly who I am. They've been intentionally driving by me for hours since I went and got a sub at 803 over there.
She thinks that because she has, I don't know how many views she had at the time, let's say 5 million views, that she thinks that those are 5 million individual people who have seen her content. She live streams multiple streams a day, and she's grown an audience where like the same people are watching her videos, right? So that would be fucking stupid to think that, but she thinks she's the big shit.
I ate half of my sub. I came and I got ready for bed. I got off the live. I got in the bed, and all of a sudden, that's when the noise started. So I put in my freaking earplugs. I knew it because there's not many places for me to park overnight. If I go to some Planet Fitnesses, they still have private security that runs me off. So Walmart is my only option. Past 5 nights. I don't know if there is, you know, something on Facebook or Instagram where, like, oh, if you see her, then aggravate her. But every single Walmart that I've been to, they are doing donuts around me. Now, there's tons of footage that you can go see in there. You can go look at the last 45 minutes and see that they were intentionally fucking with me and doing burnouts. That's absolutely against the fucking law.
Okay, ma'am. So just to go on ahead and explain something to you.
Then why wouldn't Walmart be asking them to leave or calling the cops being like, there's people doing donuts in our parking lot? That doesn't seem very safe for the customers or the employees, so I don't see I don't think they'd be putting up with that.
This is not the first time that teenagers have done burnouts in this Walmart parking lot.
Okay, well, maybe y'all need to have somebody over here to prevent that because they're putting everybody's life in risk. And not only that, they are absolutely drinking and doing shit that they should not be doing.
Can I talk? This is not the first time that teenagers have been over here driving around, hanging out late at night at the Walmart parking lot. The worst thing that you can do is get out of your truck, go over there, screaming at them.
I'm not screaming.
You were 100% screaming.
Yes, I'm getting tag numbers because this is happening so much. If I go to the Walmart in Madison, they do the same fucking thing. If I go to the Walmart in, the McDonald's in Mayadan and park next to the Grand Rio, they show up and do the same shit.
Okay.
Same shit.
Did that officer get your information yet?
You don't need my information.
How am I supposed to help you?
How are you going to help me? You're not even offering to go get the surveillance footage of them driving by doing donuts for 30 minutes.
If you don't want to give me your information, that's okay. You don't have to.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely.
Jane Doe screamed in my face for about 20 minutes about kids in a parking lot. But no one was doing anything illegal, so we just went on with our lives.
Ridiculous. Same shit. Same shit. Every day. Can I leave now?
Do what?
Can I go now?
Are you leaving?
Yeah, what else do I have? It's not like y'all are gonna protect me. They're gonna stay here and come back and be loud all fucking night.
If you want to leave, you're free to leave.
Like, y'all ain't gonna do shit. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. Attention. Fucking pathetic fucking losers. This is absolutely what they wanted. You know, and the cops are too stupid to listen. He says, 1 minute you said you were in West Virginia. Yeah, I was in West Virginia yesterday. I just said.
And they're not from West Virginia, so they didn't stalk you here. Like, my goodness.
That I don't know if there's a...
Brooke comes onto other people's home turf, and then when they do the same shit that they've been doing there forever, she's like, oh my god, you're stalking me. It's like, no, you're just some weird fucking lady who came out of nowhere. Get the fuck out of here.
Subreddit or how they're finding me, but every time I go somewhere, they show up in the parking lot burning fucking donuts, doing goddamn wheelies, and doing the same shit that they were doing the night before. I understand that I was in West Virginia yesterday. That is what is so concerning. How did they find me where I'm today?
I swear, if I ever get a neighbor like this, I'm just gonna turn him into content. I'm not putting up with this in my life. Like, I'm trying to sleep and you're out here smoking weed and the devil's lettuce and da da da. I'll just film him and I'll put it on YouTube and be like, this is my neighbor. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him.
Because I'm not even anywhere near West Virginia.
You're stalking
I'm
me.
so fucking sick of it. I mean, these are the
I live here.
investigators that we are giving our tax dollars to, and look at how dumb they are. Dumb. I'm sitting here telling you that I have people cyberbullying me, that they are able to find me by other people spiting me in the fucking wild, and you tell me, oh, well, it's not against the law to do burnouts in the Walmart parking lot. Do what? That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that they're intentionally doing it to keep me
It's my biggest fear. It's like a brook rolling through my town. I've been terrorizing my neighborhood.
out. That is cyber stalking, you dumb fuck. I swear to God, we are so fucking doomed, you guys.
Are we cooked, Brooke?
And that is absolutely what meth heads do. And I ain't going no goddamn where. What am I fucking doing? I'm going back to the different side of the fucking Walmart, and they can...
We're going back to Walmart. We're gonna go to the other side of Walmart. We'll still be able to hear all the fucking wheelies, burning all the wheelies, but I don't know. You give us something to complain about.
I'll suck my dick.
That's
I'm so
that's the spirit, Brooke.
goddamn mad right now, I can't be driving.
That's the way.
I mean, I am fucking infuriated.
Suck my
You're not
fucking
listening.
dick.
I am literally traumatized from being fucking kidnapped and raped for 20 years, and you're not listening! Cause your fucking puny ass, small ass motherfucking mind can't even fathom how traumatic it might be for weirdos to hunt you down off of the goddamn internet. So let's park right beside the motherfucking cops, and maybe we'll park.
Wait, what? Am I free to leave? Yeah. She does a circle around Walmart, parks beside the cops again? I'd be so confused if I was the cops.
Right beside them. Maybe the kids won't be out here doing goddamn donuts in the fucking parking lot now. Why is it okay for children to be a fucking nuisance? I swear to God, I wanted to rip those motherfucking children out that goddamn car. Let me tell you, you people out here raising these little hellions.
Similar speech to what got her put in jail here.
Y'all gonna burn in hell, along with your fucking bratty ass, disrespectful twerp of children. Listen,
You're gonna get them like fish?
for something to happen when it's one thing, but for something to continuously fucking happen, that's cyber stalking, sweetie. I don't give a fuck if you watch my channel or not.
I go out into the world and there's people there. In my vicinity, man. Cyber stalking. Gang stalking.
If you see me and then you give someone my location, you're actually complicit in cyber stalking. So sick of these goddamn cops. And the cop said, they're just high school kids. Yeah, they're high school kids that are trying to bully a grown motherfucking woman who is homeless. Imagine what
Are you scared of high school kids? Like, they're fucking kids, man.
they're gonna do when they're 35. Imagine how sweet they're gonna be when they're 35. Fucking punks, you fucking punks. Punks.
I wonder how many people, like, I don't know. I used to just think adults were crazy as a kid. I'd be skateboarding and they'd be all fucking angry. Like, you can't skateboard here. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? And it's like, I'm now thinking back on it. Like, how many of those people were just like Brooke, who actually like genuinely wanted to kill me just because I was skateboarding and thought maybe I was stalking him or something. Like, wild world.
Fucking pussy ass punks. You know, here's the thing. As soon as I got out to get fucking tag numbers, them little motherfuckers locked the car door real quick. I heard that shit go lock. Yeah, I bet it did, because you're a pussy. You're the type of motherfucker that looks for an easy target because you hate yourself. You look for an easy...
Yeah, they're minding their own business. I don't know. Any teen who's like thinking it's cool to harass a homeless person is a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. But I don't see that happen. I never witnessed that as my time as a youth.
Easy target because mom and daddy never showed you any fucking love. You look for an easy
I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility completely, but for the amount of times it happens to Brooke, I can't. No, I don't believe it.
target because nobody will touch your pee-pee. Fucking pussies. But when a grown woman rolls the fuck up, 3-1, you
I forgot about the book.
motherfuckers lock the door. What a pussy. Pussy. That's all they'll ever be. And that's why they're out here fucking stalking me, because they're jealous. They don't get it. They don't get that God gave me this opportunity because nothing like them. I would never intentionally harm people because I'm not happy with myself. I would leave people alone. Like I do. The only people I fucking have beef with are people that are fucking beefing with me. Fucking crackheads. I don't give a fuck that they're teenagers. They're obviously unfucking stable out here messing with people that are unfucking stable. You better goddamn get them in fucking check. Because I've lived here longer than they've fucking been alive. Period.
Have you? In the Walmart parking lot?
Fucking crazy motherfuckers. Oh, where'd the cops go? Why are the cops gone? I bet they'll be at... You think the children will come back and fucking cause more problems? I do.
Garfield.
I do. Fucking stupid ass motherfucking cops. They all fucking dumb. I take my original statement back. The majority of them are fucking idiots. They're just as bad as the fucking criminals that they arrest every fucking day. Find me. So when
That's the end of the stream. Okay, so what's this one? This one is, are we in the morning now, or is it still night? You had to come back for part 2?
you guys know that I stayed in Virginia the other day, and then I stayed in West Virginia for 2 nights, okay? When I was in Virginia and I stayed at the Walmart, I have not wanted to talk about these things.
Oh, she did a description for this video. I'm gonna read the description. I mean, the title's just Brooke is Live, but the description is, it's okay for quote-unquote kids to break the law, crazy face. Get the fuck out of here, 100 emoji. This is exactly how little hellions turn into narcissists. Finger pointing up emoji. Cops protecting them. Why, when I go get tag numbers, it's a problem? Why are the cops protecting children who are a threat to Walmart shoppers and society? Ask yourself why. Why would kids who won't... What? Why do kids who don't work want to bother me? Because people are evil and they teach their children to be the same. The world is doomed. Praying hands emoji. The cop told me, quote unquote, it's Saturday night. And I said, quote unquote, I don't give a fuck. They're breaking the law. And he just looked at me. Face palm emoji. Unsafe movement in a motor vehicle. You know the emoji where like you're putting your hand out, kind of like there's a tray, but there's no tray. Dangerous and reckless driving. Same emoji that I don't know how to describe. I guess we just don't have those charges in North Carolina. I roll an emoji. But I was falsely convicted of crimes I didn't commit. 100 emoji. Make it make sense. Hand spraying emoji, please. Wow, that was a pretty crazy description.
Because it makes the situation worse. Especially after learning about what makes these like bullies and these internet bullies cyberbullying. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And ironically, that's one of the sub 4 categories that we talked about today was bullying from cyberbullying. Now, I've never experienced this because I haven't really been around the internet times of
Today?
the internet. You know?
The internet times of the internet. You're not that old. Come on now.
Like we didn't have this shit when I was growing up. I didn't
Yeah, we did.
have to worry about people finding me off the internet. I've had 6 people find me off the internet. I've also, this past week, every single night that I went to bed this week, there was someone in a Walmart parking lot, their tires, burning their fucking tires. We're gonna just
Fucking
cut this off once
Scooby-Doo's in
again.
the night.
I'm sure that that's easy for you to say, just ignore them. When I had in fucking earplugs,
We did. I remember ICQ and MSN Messenger.
and you can't ignore them. Their engine is so loud that it actually rumbles your fucking vehicle. So imagine, you know, one of those jackhammers that goes into concrete that like da-da-da-da on your car, shaking like a jackhammer is inserted into your freaking wheel. You can't just go to sleep. Like, people are so, like, you can truly the people that live at home with mama and daddy, usually by their anime pictures, but, you know, whatever. So
There's adults that like anime. I know, it's crazy, right?
it's the same. So I didn't want to tell you guys because I didn't make it worse. So I spent one night in Virginia. There was a group of, it's like these trucks that are like lean back. They're not as nice as mine. That's probably
What do you mean they're leaned back?
the motivation for the hate. There are people that are so simple-minded, they jealous of you just for the simple fact that you have a driver's license and a nice vehicle. I know it's pathetic.
But they would also have a driver's license. And your vehicle's not that nice. I mean, it's probably... You say it smells weird. You say it smells bad. You're missing the back seats. It's got this crazy bed in here. There's, like, bugs in here and stuff. When you rip out the second seat, it's really... I don't know who would want this truck, to be honest.
Shocker. But absolutely, there are all these squatted trucks with these bright lights, and you can tell that it's high school children. And like I said, I called the cops the first night in Virginia, and they're like, yeah, we do anything. But if it was me, unsafement in a motor vehicle, if it was me, I would go to jail. If I was doing 50 miles an hour in a Walmart parking lot,
I don't think you can get up to 50 miles an hour in a Walmart parking lot.
burning my tires, I would be in jail. So why is it okay for children to do that? So I called the cops and I told them, I said, listen, I don't know. There has to be some kind of, either through
It's the end of the month. I got a stream lot at the end of the month.
Instagram or Red.
I don't have to, but I feel like I get this like nagging feeling in the back of my brain that's like, you know, the month's closing out soon. You should probably like try to get as much out of this shit as you can, or else I'm gonna eat you with a brain parasite. That's what my brain tells me.
Reddit. There has to be some kind of subreddit about my location, because I have not shared my location until today. Every time I go to a Walmart to stay overnight, ironically,
She should stop sharing her location.
there is a group of trucks, not always the same trucks, and you guys know that I told you today that it was happening in West Virginia. These were motorcycles that showed up last night. Now, I put my earplugs in and I was able to sleep. Tonight, these vehicles were circling my vehicle. Not only that, they literally parked right in front of my car after I called the cops. So they had a scanner. One of those trucks had a scanner, because as soon as I called 911,
Wouldn't they have dipped then if they had a scanner and they knew the cops were coming?
and said, listen, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I have these people that are stalking me. Every time I go to Walmart, these groups of men show up burning tires and trying to fucking wake me up. I said, I don't know what's going on. Can you please get somebody over here? As soon as I
No one approached her. She approached them and confronted them about, you know, being up in the middle of the night, disturbing her sleep.
hung up, as soon as I hung up, as soon as that call would have been going over a radio to dispatch an officer to the scene, those trucks started leaving the parking lot. Now, this is
Okay.
the third time I've noticed this. This
But they were still there when the cops got there, and they talked to them.
is the third time I've called the cops for the exact situation. I told the cop, said I had this go on in West Virginia, and then I came here tonight. He then said, these people are from North Carolina. I said, I never said that it was the same people. You're not listening. It's like they genuinely don't understand what you're saying.
No, they do understand what you're saying, and what you're saying doesn't make sense. So that's why they're like, oh, this. Why are you saying they stalked you from West Virginia? They're from North Carolina.
When I say that there has to be a group of like people dropping my location when they see me in different cities, like a
Well, there's just people in every city ready. They're like, you know, the number station. They're just ready to be activated. A Brooke is in your town. Go and get her. Yeah, okay.
you can have
How many subs did you have at this time? Like fucking 10,000 or some shit?
a whole group chat on Instagram or Facebook. You can have a private group, and every time they see me, they go in there and say, ooh, I were at this Walmart today. I saw her in Virginia. I saw her. There has to be, because it is literally happening so much that is the only explanation why I'm having all of these people on the internet find me when I'm not even telling my location. Regardless, it doesn't matter where I go, they still show up doing the same shit. And when I call the cops are more convinced, more concerned with protecting children
Yeah. I wonder why.
than doing their fucking job. Children could absolutely get hurt and or injure someone else burning fucking tires.
Imagine being these kids. The cops come up and they're like, what? Like, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know who this lady is. Like, we can leave. We don't need to be here. What the fuck is this person's problem?
In a Walmart parking lot at midnight. I'm so sick of this shit. Do your fucking job. Just like the man that came and found me, South Carolina, in the middle of the night. And I physically saw him get out of his car, walk to my car with his hand outreached to open the door. And when I popped the camera out, he ran back to his fucking car. And when the cop showed up, the cop tried to gaslight me. He tried to say, are you sure he got out of his car? Yes, motherfucker, what are you talking about right now? I'm not blind.
Yeah, but you're insane. Is that we didn't see him on camera.
Do your fucking job, bro. At least that one was better. At least he breathalyzed the guy. He searched the guy. You know, he put the fear of God in the guy. He said, leave her alone. If you see her, go the opposite fucking way. You know, because that's what officers with common sense would do to try to deflate and de-escalate a situation. But no, not these cops. These cops are just saying, oh, they don't have Reddit on their phone. What?
I'm surprised they even looked through their phone.
Did you check Instagram, Facebook, and all of the other platforms? Because you're not listening to me.
What is Brooke? Jesus Christ, man.
I don't give a fuck if they got Reddit on their phone. I don't give a fuck how they found me. I don't give a fuck that they're fucking stalking me. I don't give a fuck. You go tell them to leave me the fuck alone.
Are the Gillespie's live again?
Or else.
Or else what?
I'm sick of it. Every
Decapitation.
fucking time I go there, there's somebody that's fucking miserable fucking with me. Every single fucking day. Y'all are pathetic
this
out
hour
here. I
actually
mean,
went
really,
through
just a generation
2
of
minutes.
degenerate, lost fucking souls. And you're raising your children to behave the same fucking way. And you know how I know? Because I have to deal every fucking night at Walmart when they're running the fucking streets at 10 o'clock at night. What kind of parent are you?
Yeah, she did do a live, but it was like glitching most of the time. Only 2 minutes of it actually came through. Oh, that pesky YouTube. YouTube didn't notify me at all. I think it might have just now. Actually, no, that's Rev. Rev is posting a Apple Music link for some reason.
Fucking over it. Stokes County. So I can go in because this is my goddamn county. I see what your fucking kids look like. I see how they fucking act. I see what ends them. Once again, a bunch of fucking degenerates. The majority. And if you get offended, Karen, then that means you're part of the goddamn problem. You're out here raising another hellion to act like you're in. Disturbing the fucking peace just because you can. Because you have a home to go home to and lay your fucking snotty little fucking bitch head down. Like, really think about what I'm saying right now. Think about people chasing down somebody who is homeless and fucking trying. Why would you do... There's only one reason. There's only one reason. But you're blatantly evil. Do you know how evil you have to be to fuck with somebody who is trying to sleep when they are homeless? Like, that literally makes you the most evil type person. You don't even have a conscience. You lack empathy. That is narcissism. And then imagine getting together with 20 of your little shit friends to participate in the activity of stalking and cyberbullying. This world is fucking, it's just done. It's just done. There's no coming back for this. Especially dealing with the cops. They won't even let me fucking talk, trying to explain the situation. You know, you look at them and you say, listen, I have PTSD. Motherfuckers charged me with crimes that I did not commit. And that don't even make sense to them. Even though they are the exact people that 8 to 10% of the prison population is actually innocent. They've locked them up.
Ah!
I'm going to bed, and if I hear one more damn thing, I'm probably going to end up in jail. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm over it. I'm sick of being stalked. I'm sick of being harassed because people are mad that they're not me.
The town doesn't go to sleep at 10 p.m., bro. Most towns are up until, like, the hours of the morning.
Like, that's what it belongs to. You're a fucking hater, honey. Otherwise, if you weren't jealous, then why are you trying to fuck with me? That's some jealous behavior. That's envy, honey. You were in my fucking shoes, and it's pathetic. Ain't that sad? Imagine being such a miserable sack of shit that you wish that you had the opportunities a homeless fucking person does. Somebody who's been falsely convicted of crimes they did not commit and had their whole life torn apart because of it. And you're jealous of that person. You wish you could be
It's a good thing Michael Jackson didn't turn out this way, huh?
that person. So you go fuck with them. Because you are the exact type of person that they talk about every single day.
Brooke, the evil Peter Pan.
A worthless pile of shit that will never be anything but a stalker and a cyberbully. And hell, you're not even good at that. Not even good at that. When the cops showed up, you ran off like little fucking roaches, like the pussies you are.
I'm just picturing this whole rant in Michael Jackson's voice now. You pussies, you ran off like little roaches you are. You're ignorant. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to bed. I hope y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Don't be a pussy like these punks, okay? Be better than that. You're better than that. Good morning. Where's my vape? Oh, God. Here we go.
Well, we made it to the next day. Hey. At least we got through the day that I wanted to get through. I wonder if we can get through this one too. Maybe she didn't stream for a lot of this day. Oh god, no, this is 2 hours. We probably won't even get through the stream.
Literally had it before I went in there.
Unless it's all views, let's find out. I'm hungry.
I don't know where. My vape went. It won't let me into my bank account. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. It's literally the only place in town that has Wi-Fi, so. It's not gonna let me in, and it says that I'm on Wi-Fi, but it just doesn't work.
We're at the bank today. Alright, I'm gonna grab some food and smoke a ball. So I'll be right back. We get little angels.
Everybody's like, oh, so-and-so has Wi-Fi. You get over there and they do not have Wi-Fi. It does not work. You keep trying and keep trying, still won't let you in. It says network connectivity error, server not be reached. Well, it says I'm on full Wi-Fi, honey, so why not? McDonald's Wi-Fi. It's connected. So then why can't I get in my bank account? There's my vape. But there's Wi-Fi, right? There's Wi-Fi. I gotta get my computer up when. Damn it. Jesus, can you please help me this morning? Just a little bit. Just, can I have a good thing happen today? Just a little help. Just a little. Appreciate it. I wanna, So I'm going to talk a little bit about this motorcycle gang I almost fell into working for. This is just crazy, y'all. So I go to this club, I get a damn job, everything seems fine. Fast forward 2 days, my second day of work, I'm going into work, and the manager pulls me aside and tells me, hey, by the way, this club's ran by the pagans. Now, me being naive, you know, obviously I'm not a biker, I really didn't think much of it. I was really just like in one ear and out the other because, you know, it's a fantasy land. Like, I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, you know, these type of gangs are for the lost of lost. You know what I mean? These are not contributing members of society. They're criminals. It's a motorcycle gang. Pagans Motorcycle Club, or simply the Pagans, is an outlaw motorcycle club formed by Lou Dobkin in 1957 in Prince George County, Maryland. Now, they actually cover the entire East Coast. This gang has beef with the Hells Angels. The Hells Angels and the Pagan Motorcycle Gang, they're rivals. Now, I find it interesting that when I started talking about this the other day, there were people in the comments talking about how great motorcycle gangs were. They're still organized crime. They're criminals. knows. Let's talk about it, because I found the history of the club very interesting. Pagans Motorcycle Club, or simply the Pagans, is an outlaw motorcycle club formed by Lou Dobkin in 1957 in Maryland in the United States. The club rapidly expanded in 1959. The Pagans, originally clad in blue denim jackets and riding Triumphs, began to evolve along the lines of stereotypical 1%er motorcycle club. So they call themselves the 1%. The Pagans are categorized as an outlaw motorcycle club by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF. They are known to fight over territory, the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, and other motorcycle clubs. They are currently active in California, Nevada, Delaware, Florida, Kentucky, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, South Carolina, Virginia, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, West Virginia, Washington State, and Puerto Rico. They cover quite a bit of land, don't they? It's what organized crime is. The Pagans were established in Prince George County, Maryland by then President Luke Dobkin. It was officially organized in 1958. The group started out wearing denim jackets embroidered with insignia instead of the more three-piece patches utilized by most outlaw motorcycle gangs, and riding both American and British motorcycles, Harley Davidson and Triumphs. Originally, they were the Brotherhood of 13 Motorcycles. In the 1960s, they adopted a formal constitution and formed a governing structure, choosing a national president who was paid the same amount as the United States president, which worked out to $100,000 per year, and calling the gesture a show of class. They were a fairly nonviolent group until 1965. A swelling mass of new members put the Pagans on the path to evolve into a OMG. It was largely a gesture made after they gathered at a motorcycle race in Maryland. The ensuing incident found them branded as the 1% motorcyclists who caused problems in the local papers. The Pagans claimed to have invented and adopted the 1%er patch, reference the newspaper articles of the time. This 1%er patch was quickly adopted by most of other OMGs. The Pagans, which, quote, have been tied to traditional organized crime, including in cities like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and New York, quickly become dominant in the mid-Atlantic region. They were the only large OMG in the region, and now that's the original motorcycle club, or you know what I mean. Yeah, it's the original motorcycle in the region, as well as a large portion of the Northeast United States, which is where I'm at. The Pagans have grown to nearly 5,000 members the Pagans grew to nearly 5,000 members in the early 1970s. Their mother club is never in a fixed location, but it has been generally located in the Northeast. The Pagans' top echelon of leadership must always
So we're learning about bike gangs.
number 13 members. There are also chapter presidents, with the largest chapter at times located in the Philadelphia area. Now, when we read this yesterday, hold on one second, it says, quote, methamphetamine poses an increased drug threat to West Virginia and its primary drug threat in Wood County. The West Virginia Department of Health and Human Services reported the level of methamphetamine abuse is not reflected in the number of treatment admissions because methamphetamine is a relatively new abuse problem. Methamphetamine, hold on. Most of the methamphetamine available in West Virginia is produced locally, with availability levels varying from high to low among communities throughout the state. Caucasian local independent dealers and loosely organized crime groups, as well as OMGs, such as the Barbarians and the Pagans, produce and distribute most of the methamphetamine available in West Virginia. So
Wouldn't that be OCG?
it's saying that these OG motorcycles are responsible for the methamphetamine even being created in the West Virginia area. These people make it and they traffic it. It's in the 1990s, the pagans began to expand to Florida and the West. The chapters beyond the Mississippi River, the pagans have grown slowly through a natural cycle. The practice of patching over other chapters or entire clubs. The practice of incorporating smaller OMGs was prevalent from the 1970s to the early 1990s. You know, in experience, I've dated people that wanted to get involved.
Where is she reading this from?
In stuff like this, and you always have to ask yourself, why would somebody want to willingly be involved with a gang? Like, this is a gang. This is not, you know, this is not Sunday school. This is a gang. The Pagans MC patch depicts the fire giant sitting on a burning world, wielding a fire, plus the word pagan in red, white, and blue. The image of Surtur was taken from an illustration by Jack Kirby in
An illusion. I gotta flip the things.
1997, off of a comic book into the mystery. So, you know, they're stealing stuff off of comic books that tells you right mentally. Though historically not wearing a bottom rocker, a patch denoting the location of where the 1%er bike club is based, the Pagan Motorcycle Club has since started wearing an East Coast insignia on their vest. Members wear blue denim vests called cuts or cutoffs with club pads known as colors on the back and front. Members of the Pagans Motor Club wear a distinctive black number 13 patch.
Based off famous
It
illusion.
says Pagans have an
Alright.
approximate.
I don't know how much more I can listen to this bike gang. Sorry. What do we? What's this?
They start shooting. So these are not safe people. These are people that want to rivals, and you're going to get hit in the crossfire because these assholes should be in jail because they're criminals. It also found the idea of supporting Andrew Glick revealed that the group had abandoned its plans at the expansion north. He cited Canada's anti-biker laws, but also a large the reason was that Canadians' Hells Angels are considered particularly violent members of the outlaw biker or the 1% community.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I saw Canada. I wanted to see what they were talking about.
So the paganization is headed by a board of directors known as the Mother Club, which
Don't mess with the Hells Angels.
consists of 13 senior members who set club policy, administer internal discipline. Listen to that again. That's the second thing on the list. Holy shit. I just escaped God knows what. Because they told me that if the pagans came in, that I was to do whatever the pagans told me to do. And he said, quote, he says, you better do it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. You know, being naive. I'm like, yeah, sure. That's my boss. Like, of course I'll do what he says to do, you know? The Pagans organization is headed by a board. Okay, sorry. But the club's leadership has traditionally been based in central Pennsylvania. So scary. He was telling me that that they were running the club. What he was telling me. He was telling me that the club was ran by the Pagans. And he said, if they tell you to do something, you better listen, because they will cause problems. I'm sorry. But the last time I checked, I have free will. And I'm an independent contractor. So just because you're involved in illegal shit doesn't mean that I have to be. And matter of fact, if you haven't heard, I ain't as shit. So, you know, I'm going to end up dead in a club because I wouldn't conform. Like, y'all, this is nothing to play with. Along with the Bandinos, the Hells Angels, and the Outlaws, the Pagans are classified by various law enforcement agencies in the United States as one of the big four motorcycle gangs. The Pagans have
Yeah, we are.
traditionally
Apparently.
been considered the smallest of the big four. So there's like the big four, like the Hells Angels. It's 4 different motorcycle groups, and that's FBI that classifies them as the big four. The motorcycle gang, OMG,
It's not G.
and contends that the pagan members are involved in the
Why does she keep saying that?
motorcycle gang, OMG, and contends that the pagan members are
It's C, right?
involved in the distribution of narcotics such as cocaine, methamphetamine.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, the computer's right there. It's right in front of her face. And she can't make out a C from a G, but she can see a license plate from like a mile away. How does it make sense? Make it make sense.
Marijuana and PCP, as well as violent crimes directed at rival gangs, including arson, assault, bombing, extortion, rape, murder. Actually, their motto is, hold on, let me tell you their motto. It's to destroy and move on. It says to destroy.
No, don't look into the sky. Go find the motto and read it to me. Don't fucking... Why you have the computer right in front of you?
And move on. It's something like that, which is scary. You know, just like the TDA gang, their motto is to kill, rape, and destroy. You know, I mean, it's just terrifying. These are not, you know, these are not people that want to do kind things to you, baby. These are bad people. Slogan. Let's do motto since again.
I'm
trying to find what their slogan is, and I can't find it, you guys, and it makes me so mad. I can promise you that it's nothing kind. It's not hugs and bunnies, okay? It's not hugs and kisses. It's torture, destroy, and kill. You know, their motto is very clear that they're evil people and that they're involved in organized crime. It says the pagans have traditionally... Sorry.
Since there's no known public motto. But the phrase "Blue Angels forever, forever Blue Angels" is a motto used by the Blue Angels. Oh, why are you even telling me that? You make it... Actually, you really gotta read shit before I just start reading it out loud. Stupid fucking internet.
The pagans have been linked to La Casa Nostra crime families in Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey. The club also utilizes puppet clubs, affiliated street gangs, and female associates to carry out retail drug distribution. The pagans have been involved in rivalries and various other motorcycle gangs, most notably a long feud with Angels. God, why am I hot? Y'all, I swear to God, I'm going through menopause. I get these heat strokes. My feet are freezing, but I'm about to burn up. It says that it's 51 outside, so why am I hot? You see that? This damn truck, like a toaster oven. It's 51 degrees outside and 85 in here. Make it make sense. I thought when the temperature dropped... This shirt is getting on my nerves, y'all. Now y'all see why I don't wear it. Because it's literally aggravating me. I love this shirt, don't get me wrong, but... super cute. It came from Buckle. Oh, now it's making me sign back into their damn Wi-Fi. So there's tons of stories about these incidents. It says, like, I'll read you one.
Whole bunch of crazy stuff. Drugs, blah 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 blah. Did you really go on about this for this long? Hold on. What the fuck? Oh. Sometimes not tonight.
To have that jobs. Do y'all know how great I would be at Walmart? Oh my God. Hey, how are you? Welcome to Walmart. Like, I legitimately love it, okay? And I would do so good. But yet, Karen over here has the job that I would be great at, and she doesn't even appreciate her job, and then she treats everybody like crap when she's at work. Stop giving these jobs to assholes. Around 8:22 tonight, I had to run a Bissell wet vacuum. After multiple times of calling and no one answering the phone, I drove to the store and was hassled by the customer service return person about it missing parts and it being defective. Now, this is a handheld Bissell carpet cleaner. After explaining to her that the parts were missing and the product was defective, she finally gave my debit card a refund. I then went to get some more cleaner for my current machine. A very nice lady showed me where it was since the store had done a reset on where items were. I shared my...
Okay, so she's just reading someone else's thing. Sorry, I had to grab the food.
$10.90. Oh, excuse me. Oh God, what the fuck? Pay attention.
Learning time.
God, what the fuck? Let me get in a fucking car. I'm gonna get killed. Jesus. $10.90 because I tipped her $1. I hope I got a fork or a spoon. I don't know where it's at, but I know I got one somewhere. I'm wondering if it's a torn rotator cuff. I was looking at that on the internet last night. It says, though, that if it was, you would know it. They have, like, these tests that you can do to manipulate your arms. You put them behind your back, and then you twist your arm a certain way to see if it's the rotator cuff that's torn. And mine didn't react, so I don't think it's that, but it could be a small tear. I don't know. It causes problems. He literally lies to my face twice. Floss, because I don't know where my flosses are. But the cop was trying to cause problems. He literally lies to my face twice, and then he also tries to twist my words around to make it seem like I was saying something that I was not. He was not listening at all. I called 911 and I told her, the lady at the 911 operations, she was cool. She understood. But that's because she's a fucking woman. You know, these men out here, they don't understand what it's like to not be able to feel safe standing outside of your vehicle because you have so many fucking weirdos trying to screw you and kidnap you. And also being a victim of a kidnapping for 17 years tends to cause some trauma. Do you think that these fuckers have any training on how to deal with people who have been through traumatic events? Absolutely not. Should they? Absolutely. So he's like, it's Saturday night. Okay, and they're breaking the law. They are burning tires. They are preventing other pedestrians from being able to even enter that part of the parking lot. When I tell you that it was 15 fucking cars and they had half of the parking lot blocked off as to where you couldn't even get through it. They're out there with Miller Lite drinking. And they're a bunch of pussies because y'all saw when I got out the car to go get tag numbers. I don't even know if that part was filmed. There came a point where I could see that the cops were not going to help me, that they were going to defend these children who were blatantly breaking the law, underage drinking, and God knows what else. I originally thought that they were some meth heads or something because halfway through the cops being on the way, they pulled up closer to my vehicle. And there was two girls and a guy sitting in a little trashy ass truck, an old fucking like Yukon that freaking half of it was one color and the other half was another color. It was like an 80s model piece of shit tank. And so they're sitting there right in front of me as the cops pull in. I had to flash my lights to even get the cop to come over to me. He was going to pull out of the parking lot. Here we have 15 underage children drinking on the Walmart premises, and you do nothing. They are literally disturbing the peace. Unsafe movement in a motor vehicle. What's that other one? Oh, dangerous and reckless driving. I can keep going. I'm sure that there's more. Not to mention, you are putting people's lives in danger because people are shopping and walking from the store to their car, from their car to the store. And you guys are out here doing fucking loop-de-loops in the Walmart parking lot, and that's okay? You know, it's crazy to me.
Oh, it's just a bunch of nonsense.
But this is exactly how they protect these little shits. And those little shits
Pink shits. I've never seen pink shits.
are going to grow up to be big shits. I'm telling you right now, there's only one type of person in this world that would intentionally try to harm homeless people. And that is someone who has narcissistic traits. The definition of narcissism is it is to intentionally inflict pain on someone. Now, imagine being a 15, 16-year-old kid, and mom and daddy buys you a car, and your biggest plan in life is to go to the Walmart, like the highlight of your life is going to the Walmart parking lot to fuck with homeless people. All of those kids need a psychiatric evaluation. They're not safe for the community. Anybody that would intentionally try to harm a homeless person is a vile, disgusting waste of human life. There are homeless people that have been killed by teenagers that act the same way. Teenagers that have been prosecuted in court for doing the same things to homeless people that died. And some of them lived. There was one guy that was beat upside the head with a rock. He was taking a stroll in the park, a 70-something-year-old homeless man. And they almost killed him with a boulder.
No one even knows you're homeless or like that there's anyone in the truck because your windows are all blacked out, right? So this is all paranoia and craziness.
They senselessly
Not actually sleeping on the side of the road.
beat him. There was another man or woman that was stabbed by a teenager that was homeless. I mean, it happens every fucking day. We're going to do a whole talk at 2 on this because this is an issue. You know, these people are having children. They're not raising their children. They're not teaching their children any actual morals and values out of the Bible. And the byproduct is by the time they're 15, they're out here already committing crimes. But the police just overlook it. They just overlook it. Oh, well, his family's not the best. That's why. No, fuck that. If his family's not the best, then you need to have interactions and guide him in the right fucking direction. That's your job as law enforcement, to protect and serve. That serve part, that means serve your fucking community, you idiot. I'm so sick of these cops. I'm so sick of them because they're idiots. They really are. They're really, y'all, my interactions lately with them is 100% evil. All of them. Every single interaction that I've had, I take that back. That one lady at Walmart. But what, you know, yeah, the one cop. So 90%
There's a lady cop at Walmart?
of the interactions that I have are with men that are clearly not capable of even listening, much less communicating. And they're not intellectually inclined enough to be in that position. Both of these boys that showed up last night, both of those cops, they were little boys.
They weren't. That was a man we saw.
I wouldn't even put it as far, I wouldn't even doubt that they know those kids personally.
Okay.
It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. There's one high school, and all them little twerps go to there. And there's one resource officer over there. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't doubt that. And hell, the cops were so young, they could have just been in high school.
Most people aren't evil. Brooke is evil. I'm evil. I don't know. Heather Gillespie's evil.
School last year. Children, they are still children. The cops that showed up were children themselves. Physically, mentally.
Super Satan.
Too. You know, you tell them, hey, I suffer from PTSD or CPTSD. They don't even fucking know what that is. They then become aggressive like they're wanting to get a reaction out of you so that you go to jail, because that's the truth. They want you to fuck up so that they can take you to jail. Always. That's their goal. Their goal is not to protect and serve. Their goal is to prevent anyone from changing. Their goal is to lock people up for fucking charges. Their goal is to fucking prosecute any and everybody that they don't like. They're high school bullies with a fucking badge. Plain and simple.
Logos is a sweet little angel. Mark is evil, though, yeah.
I have not met one good cop in years. That cop that I met at, Winston, when I had to call the cops on the security guy, that was a little different. She was nice, but there's a lot more to it that you guys don't understand that wouldn't even make sense if I told you. She knew I was on live. She knew I was homeless. She's probably seen my shit. So there's your motive right there. She knows that there's no shelters. She knows that the pamphlets she gave me were trash. She just did it, I guess. I mean, in my opinion, and I'm allowed that, in my opinion, she did it to look good. But whatever. I don't trust them motherfuckers.
She still didn't call any of those places. She said she was gonna to show us that they're full of shit, but she never did.
Y'all go get locked up for charges you didn't do and see how you feel about them. It's a miracle that I was even trying to be cool with them at one point. Fuck that. They can all eat shit. That's how I feel. If it wasn't for you motherfuckers, I wouldn't even be in this situation. I would have a job. 100%. And I do have a job. But you know what I mean. Like, I could be doing something else. When did we fill up?
I think we've been a member for 4 months.
I'll be on E in the morning. I'm gonna go down here to the sheets and see if they've got fucking Wi-Fi, because I need to be able to get into my bank account. I've got to pay my insurance. I also got to pay my storage facility, my gym membership, my cell phone. Like, the bills are just stacking up.
Do it on the phone that you're live on.
I've been waiting on YouTube for 2 months. I also am under a lot of stress because I owe this lady $200 now. Like, that comes first before anything, paying her back, and I can't do that till I get this damn check. I can't do anything till I get the check. I wish I had a toothpick. I got something in my tooth that's aggravating the hell out of me. Can I have you? I couldn't even think because of how stupid they were. First of all, you have children. I don't give a fuck if they're...
Come on.
20 or if they're 18. 20 or 7. You're not gonna bully me, you little shit.
Thanks for the beans. You're up at my broadcast throwing me beans?
At Emic86 super chatted $5. Happy American Thanksgiving turkey.
Happy American Thanksgiving, MEC. Thank you for the 5.
I got out of the car and went to go get it myself. And it was a big thing. Both of the officers ran up on me. They were like, you need to get back in your car. So you're big and bad but when I walk up to your vehicle, you lock the doors. It's doing this thing again where it's telling me my clock is behind. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get into my bank account.
That's a red flag. That's suspicious. Why is her clock
None
behind
of the
anyway?
Wi-Fi works in these places. None of it. Like, it's not working at all. This is still telling me that I have $145, but we know that that's not true because I just spent $10 on fast food. So, see what I'm saying? That was 3 days ago that I had $145. Like, it's just crazy because I'm on the Wi-Fi.
My money's frozen, hey Courtney.
What? You don't have... No. You don't have permission to view this page. Try logging into an account that has permission. This is my studio, though. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to go to my YouTube studio, and it's telling me that I can't now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Has somebody hacked my shit or something?
I've never seen that error.
There's no Wi-Fi. Check your network. So you go. It says I'm on Wi-Fi, you see? This is what people don't understand. Like, it does not. Half of the Wi-Fi out here does not work.
You're on live stream right now, you goofball.
It says that I'm on Sheets.
The fucking endless Wi-Fi grift, man.
Connected. Bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the patio.
I can only pay my bills if I'm on live stream, so I can't use the other phone to pay my bills. Like, how does that make sense? I need the Wi-Fi. We're gonna send $600 in gas looking for Wi-Fi. Get a brain, you lunatic.
And see if I can damn reach better. This is bullshit, dude. Oh, damn. Like, what's the point if it doesn't fucking work? Fucking weird ass old man. All in my face, per usual. Connected, right? Tried to search something.
This is like the skimpy Aladdin outfit.
And here's the thing, this is the only phone that I can have that First Citizens on. I can't have it on my computer or my other phone.
I wonder if this is copywritten. It probably is. No, maybe not. It didn't pick it up in the description. Usually if it doesn't pick it up in the description, then it doesn't get picked up by copyright.
Please, Jesus. It's not gonna work. It's something to do with the damn phone because every time I get off the Wi-Fi and then I go back to it, it takes me to this weird page. I've been having that happen for weeks. See, it goes to this. And then it goes to, you go to continue Viva browser, and it connects. It says your clock is behind to prevent a connection. It says that I need to fix the
real Dylan?
clock time.
Hey Dylan, happy Thanksgiving.
Messed out bitch looking at me. She goes in with her boyfriend. Like, I guess she recognized me. Yeah, she's talking to him. Bitch,
Look at that person wearing a tablecloth.
I think you got bigger problems than worrying about me.
Filming herself trying to get on fucking McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Usual suspect. Use local default.
I'm trying to pay my bills. She probably has her tripod with her too.
It says to establish a clear connection, your clock needs to be set correctly. Why?
Because it's a security issue. Just set your clock properly. Why is it not set properly? I want to know why it's not set properly and why you refuse to have it at the correct time. Like, what is up with that?
Why? So is it set right now? No, it's not. It's supposed to set automatically, but it's not doing it. Okay, I've got it set right. (4/27), September 8th. Okay, it's saying that Chrome couldn't identify me because my clock wasn't set properly. Let's see if it works now. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. What does my clock have to do with the damn Wi-Fi?
That's me.
Oh, it's letting me in. Thank God. Duh. Duh. No money. $15. Great. Love that for me.
That was a
Let's see if my
good use
Cash
of
App will
time.
update now. Yep. So now it updated. You see now it says 23. I don't know why it
Jordan.
takes so long. Like my so there's, so we have like pending transactions on there. It'll show all your money that you've spent, you know, and that was not coming up earlier. Subway, Circle K, McDonald's, Walmart, Dollar Tree. That's $200 right there. 130. Just in like 4 transactions from Walmart and gas, just every fucking day. Well, at least I got it up and running. I've never had that issue with that before, at all. You know what's crazy is that these bitches that I see out here that recognize me and stuff, it's clear to me that they feel some type of way. Like, you're watching me and you see me and you want to talk about me, but you can't say hey to me. You're the
Would Burke like want someone like me to say hey to her?
exact type of fake bitch that I talk about every day. Because, you know, people are smart. Once again, I've told y'all that this area is bad for meth heads. horrible for meth heads. Probably one of the worst counties. But here's the thing, this is where I live. I have no choice. Believe it or not, I have no choice. I have to go where the cops tell me to go. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Sorry. I didn't see you. Not really, but yes. The certain area of the city. If I go to the better side of the neighborhood, the cops show up. They won't let you there because the white people call the cops on you. Karen and Ken can't stand that you're staying at the Piggly Wiggly parking lot. It just bothers them so much.
Piggly Wiggly.
People who have a home and a career.
We don't have Piggly Wiggly in Canada.
Homeless people bother them. All I know is that YouTube needs to hurry up with my check because I have got bills to pay. My insurance was due on the 1st.
Oh no.
That's $133. That's full
You've just been driving without insurance for 8 days?
coverage. Oh my God, speaking of insurance, I saw this car crash the other day on Crime and Law and Crime where this she was 20. She was drunk as fuck. She hit a couple in a car and then tried to act like she didn't hit the couple. She was so drunk at the scene of the accident. And lo and behold, she had no insurance. None. Not a lick of insurance.
Thousands of dollars.
And one of the comments on the post was, it said, some lady said, if that girl would have hit me like that, those cops' biggest concern would have been me because I would have been going to jail. And, because they didn't have insurance. Apparently, 1/3, I think it said 1/3, I'll have to look it up. It said, apparently there's hundreds of thousands of drivers out here on the road that didn't have insurance. Did y'all know that? I didn't. I had no clue. But yes, a good portion of drivers do not have insurance on their vehicles. I thought it was state law. Here I am paying insurance like a responsible person for 20 years and did not.
Yeah, you should be. You should pay your insurance.
We'll talk later, you guys. I'll have my shit together more. I'm gonna go and tan, and we'll in a little while. I hope that y'all have a great Sunday afternoon. Get you some. Yeah, there's one. If you don't realize that, then you don't need to be here, sir. There's actually more. I face more racism from black people than I've ever been towards anybody black.
What?
I grew up in foster care with black people. 70% of my childhood, I was raised by black people. Fun
And they're racist towards you, is that what you're trying to say?
fact, foster care, juvenile youth development centers. Yeah. So my whole childhood, I was bullied by black women. And then in my adult life, I've had black women seek me out with the intention of trying to cause me harm because my mere existence makes them hate themselves.
Nah, that's not a thing.
So yes, I face a lot of racism from black women. Absolutely.
I could see how you would come to that conclusion, Neil, if you're just like a casual observer. No, she said Randy kidnapped her, but it was a very loosey-goosey kidnapping. Like, she had 2 kids and 2 separate families. I went to jail a bunch of times and did a whole bunch of stuff while being kidnapped somehow. I mean, like, I don't know how you do that if you're kidnapped.
And I don't have a racist bone in my body. I've actually never been racist towards anybody in my entire life.
Yeah, okay.
So, but you know, this new young generation, they just really don't know what's going on out here and they see things a little bit differently. It's kind of sad and pathetic, but I digress. We'll talk about that later. We can talk about that later if you want to. Oh, I love you guys. We'll talk later. Be safe out there.
Just like a super villain. Mamma mia.
4 in-person interviews today. And, sorry, I'm looking at people. And
Oh, this is the next day. I skipped the news, and I skipped more news. Live with news and a Happy Meal. Please support my channel. Fuck that. I guess you went to bed after doing 4 hours of the news. So we got through the 8th. There was a lot of news that day and craziness.
22 new job applications. So it's been a typical day around here of full day of fucking work, okay? Non-stop.
What do you guys think? You think she actually did the interviews?
Never ending. We need some groceries. I've got $26 left on my food stamp card, and I actually thought that it was empty because of the last time that I went. I guess it's not. If I lose you, I'll pick you back up in a minute. Oh. I'm also out of everything. I'm out of laundry detergent, I'm out of food, I'm out of gas, I'm out of vape pods, I'm out of everything. So, typical day around here.
The chat's wild today. Is it wild bad? What's happening in chat?
I'm coming, here I come. I'm coming.
I'm coming up. I'm only half awake. It's fucking 2 p.m. Oh no. I was going to make coffee, but then I would have to like wash a mug. I'm coming on. It's wild fun? Okay, that's good. I hope so.
Person interviews over the phone, but whatever. Even the Zoom better sense of who they are. I talked to one woman on the phone this morning and I couldn't even see her face. I couldn't see her body. All I saw was her face like this in the camera, and I was like, okay. Okay, hey. To just a ghost head. She was older, so maybe she didn't know how to. I feel you, girl. I'm horrible with cameras, so I feel you. If you just didn't know how to work it, I get it. Y'all, so y'all remember that bus the other day? We saw the red bus, the blood bus, and I was like, ooh, I wonder how much they give you to donate blood.
Then you walked in, and then you walked out, and then you told everybody that they were crazy.
So I found out because there was a sign at Planet Fitness. They're trying, the bus that was in a different neighborhood last week is now in a different city, and they have a sign in Planet Fitness trying to convince people to donate blood for money. And so I asked one of the workers that I know pretty well, and I said, so what do you get? And she says, well, they're giving socks away. Socks and $20. Socks and $20. So that's what you get for giving blood. $20 and a pair of socks. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the comments off so that we can spend actual time together. What losers. Same losers, different day. Same kind of day over here. All right, so I got my card.
Cut the comments off so I can have a conversation.
My Cash App card has, I think, $6 on it, so. Unless somebody sent me something. I looked at it before I left McDonald's. I haven't gotten a donation. And then somebody says, well, that's a whole stream of revenue. I said, what? I was talking to another creator. They said, yeah. They said, and you need to download more apps for more forms of payment.
Who is she talking to? What? That's nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense.
I said, oh, okay. Somebody else has like 8 of them on their channel listed in the description. You drop all of that in there supposedly every time you do content. I'm not, but.
Or is she talking about like affiliate links? So you get like a kickback whenever someone buys something through one of those links? Is that what she's talking about? That makes way more sense. And there's other apps you download on your phone, you wingnut.
Yeah, apparently other channels have whole other streams of revenue that come from cash donations and stuff off of there. And my account
Right, so like Cash App.
is set up for a business account because they made me do that. So I don't know.
Clear you don't know.
I definitely need a yogurt. So stressed out. But I hope so. I got boiled eggs. Let's see what I have in here. Oh God.
Water. Water. What's this?
I was hoping that I would see that girl that we saw yesterday, today. The girl that I told y'all that I work at a restaurant with that was mentioned in some of the text messages. What is it? Remember?
No, we didn't do the news.
Oh no. Oh no! I don't have any tahine.
Be like water, but not too much like water.
I must have put it in storage. It's oatmeal. What do I have? I got mayonnaise and hot mustard for the eggs, but I wanted to put tahine on this watermelon.
Mayonnaise and hot mustard.
I hope that this actually has taste to it because the last time it didn't, remember?
No, because we didn't taste the food with you.
Y'all, I'm so tired. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm living my schedule since nobody's hiring me. I'm just gonna stay to my schedule. So usually by now I'm tired because I got up so early. I did 4 job interviews and 22 new job applications. Same shit, different day. All right, let's see if this has any flavor. This time we got watermelon. It did not have flavor.
It's really thick.
Looks juicy. I just don't know where all the flavor is gone in the fruit. Can you believe that they only give you 20 and some fuzzy socks at the freaking blood donation place? There's some places
Yes, I believe it.
that you can make up to $1,000 a month giving blood. Just find it so crazy that that red blood truck only gives you $20 and a pair of fuzzy socks, especially when they're gonna profit off of it greatly. Do y'all know how expensive blood is? They need it really bad. I think there's been a blood shortage since COVID.
Yeah, I'm sure people are dying for Brooke's crazy blood.
I thought I had tahine, but I don't. I wish I did. I don't know where though. I need to clean up.
Someone gets a blood transfusion of Brooke's blood and turns into a crazy person. No one knows why. Just starts doing all this crazy Brooke shit.
This is much better than that McDonald's burger. Somebody sent me $20. Thank you. Hold on. Daniel. It was Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. It just lacks flavor, but it's okay. Off the thingy-madoodle. I can't remember. Hey, I found one. Got 2 knives. It's clean. All right. Where is all of my utensils gone? I don't know. My car hasn't been the same since we done cleaned it out and had to put everything in storage. So it looks like it's got chocolate, little tiny chocolate chips, lots of like granola. It's probably cookie graham crackers. That's what it is, graham crackers. And some kind of, it's got crack. Oh no, that's not crack. It looks like it though. It looks like it. No.
Does it? Is that what crack looks like? Like what? To be real though, YouTube, that's like cereal or granola that goes in yogurt. I don't know what this goofball's talking about. Don't listen to her.
Listen, I don't make the rules. Don't it look like that? Jesus. What
Like a marshmallow or something.
is it? It's some like little white chocolate. That's good. It doesn't say what it is, but it's delicious. It's like little, tastes like marshmallow candy pieces. Ooh, it looks like marshmallow candy pieces. Yeah, it's some kind of little.
Someone probably just crushed up ramen noodles. So I was like, these are crack rocks, Brooke. And she's like, oh yeah, okay.
It's got like chocolate, but it's also crunchy. It's yummy. Magically delicious. Come on, get in there. It's giving me a hard time. So it looks good. The
Oh, look. There's a marshmallow on the fucking cover. So it's definitely a marshmallow.
Yogurt is like a marshmallow flavor. It's delicious too.
It's just dehydrated. Like,
Yummy.
you know, Lucky Charms have just dehydrated marshmallows.
The yogurt is a little better. Like bitter. Oh, darn. I forget. Y'all, I'm 2 seconds from a bunch of those. I need to be 2 seconds from getting a memory. If I could go purchase one of those, we would be wonderful. Those Velcro strips. Inside is sticky and the other side you can like stick stuff to it. It's like mounting tape, but it's got
I forgot she has charges for pissing outside. Yeah, she does.
it's got a Velcro. And I found my Venmo. I do have a card. It's in storage, but I do have one. It's Velcro. 3mm makes it. That company, 3M, they make it. It's Velcro strip that you can cut. You stick one side of the Velcro to the back of the sauce and the other side of the Velcro to the dash, and then you can Velcro your stuff, items to the dash. You tell me why I'm thinking about ruining a perfectly good dash by getting some of those just to be able to find stuff. What do you guys think? What if I get some at 3M and I'll be able to like, even, I know it sounds crazy, but even simple stuff like this that I use every day, I can never find it. So what if I Velcroed it to the dash?
She might as well have. That would have been cool. That would have been cool to see.
Put me like 20 pieces of Velcro. I know it sounds crazy, but even this is my only pin. So when I lose it, I can't have it. Velcro to the dash. Maybe some of my safety equipment. That's a pepper gel. You know, safe to the dash.
Or magnets. I hate magnets though.
I'm definitely, I need to try that because I can't find certain things. Even like my phone chargers, this is what I do. Look at this. You know how complicated this is? I can't never find nothing because they're all just knotted up or just laying around. I need to clean up a little bit. We'll do that after I eat. And also, by next month, we're gonna have to make some new window covers because they're shrinking. Sorry, I got the burps. Shrinking.
Yeah, I was born in 87.
From the heat. Thank you, Steven.
That was
I
weird.
hope you're having a lovely
That scared me.
afternoon. Really appreciate that. Yeah, they're starting
I wonder who the fuck that was.
to shrink. It's not bad enough that I think anybody's gonna be trying to peek in or anything. I think that most people in this area know that I'm crazy and they kind of leave me alone, which is what I want. Thank you. Love you. You know, like, I just, you know, people don't understand how hard it is living out of your car, like dealing with society. Most of y'all that I meet in society, you're minding your own business, but a lot of the mentally unwell people will try to open your car door, ask you for money. I had one guy that followed me to 3 different places today. I had actually slept at a Walmart last night. When I got out of my car this morning, I went to go use the bathroom, and as I was leaving the bathroom, I noticed that there's a guy on a bicycle in a flannel. Didn't think anything
Nefarious.
of it because a lot of people bicycle, walk, you know, and so it wasn't really an issue until I got to McDonald's and I noticed he had rode up to the McDonald's behind me, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But I had job interviews to do and job applications to fill out, so I'm sitting there doing that, and he tries to walk up to the vehicle, and I immediately I go crazy. I do. I go absolutely nuts when they try to walk up to my car. I'm gonna
Yeah, I've seen a lot of times.
lie. Like, I want you to fear me. I want you to know that these guns, okay? Talking to my mic, talking to my other mic. Like, so I go nuts. I'm like, get away from my car. I'm like, what's wrong with people? Y'all be out here trying to get shot. Like, he walks away from my car, but he lingers in the parking lot for another 30 minutes watching me. I'm like, all right, he's leaving me alone. I'm gonna shut the hell up. Went back to doing my little job stuff. I leave, and I see him get on his bike and bicycle over to where I'm about to pull out of the shopping center. And sure enough, I'm at a light waiting, and this son of a biscuit comes flying by me on a bicycle, okay, as I'm stopped at the red light. He busts off right towards the gym where I was headed. And I said, oh, Lord. like I was in the turning lane, so he knew that I was turning that way. And
What, he's like, I'm gonna beat her to the gym?
this literally is all within a 0.2 mile radius of each other, all of businesses, so it's not hard to bike there. So while I'm waiting on the light to hit the main road or the gym, he's already saw that I'm in the turning lane.
He's fucking, he's going, what, traffic's going to hit him? He's just, I don't even know what you call it on a bicycle. Going untrafficked when you're not supposed to.
Y'all, he was all ass. He come by me like, woof. I said, how did that old man get that bike up that fast? It's not a hill or anything there. It's a flat road. Woof by me. He hit that turn, busted that left hand, and I said, oh, Lord. I said, please don't follow me to Planet Fitness, because by the time I go through the light, then I'm done caught up to him, and he's going to be able to see where I'm turning in. And sure enough, like clockwork, he followed me in there. So come to find out, he's a panhandler, and he stood out there asking people for money, and he was trying to ask me for money. Honey, take a hint. Take a freaking hint.
No, you give me money.
Like, I know I look like a supermodel, but no, I'm joking. Like, for real. Take a hint. Honey, I'm literally living out of a car. Babe, y'all that I be giving money to panhandlers. I shouldn't. And I don't do it all the time. I've done it once since I've had a channel. And the only reason I did that was because it was a veteran. If I'm not mistaken, it was a veteran. And they looked like they were going through it. And they didn't look like they had a drug problem. So,
Is there any cartoon alligators on cereal boxes? You know, there's like Tony the Tiger and there's the Cheerios Bee. Is there one with an alligator? If not, they should make one. I want an alligator guy.
there are certain circumstances where if I've got a spare dollar, and that day that I gave that man that money, that was some of my last cash, because like, dude, do you know the amount of times I used to get money to panhandlers in Charlotte, and then I would go into work and make $1,000? It was God blessing me. Yeah, I'm living in sin, but I wholeheartedly, and it would be right before a bill or something important was due, you know, and I wholeheartedly believe that what you not view is valuable, $1, to some people, that's the difference between eating and not eating. You know what I mean? So I feel for people like that. And if I got it, I'm gonna you, honey. But like also the amount of times that I did that in Charlotte, and I would have a wonderful evening, and I'm like, why, how, why? Like, it would be so dead in the clubs, and then some freaking rodeo cowboy walks in, legitimate story, hands me his damn $50,000 cowboy hat that was signed by him, one of the biggest rodeo drivers of the world, stars of, which, by the way, he's married and he's a piece of crap. We'll talk about that one day. Comes, he drops $5,000 on me.
Is that the fucking cowboy hat that's in her dash?
And then asked me if I want to go line dancing. So then I had nights like that, and it was all after I tipped somebody $1 when I was struggling on my work. It's crazy how things used to happen.
Those things aren't correlated.
What was his name? He was on Oprah.
Rodeo driver. Yeah, like what is a
Oh
rodeo
God, I've
driver?
been robbed. I've been robbed. It's in the floor. Let me tell you about this punk. So, I actually was on break from work. I got there early that morning at 11. I'm working day shift in the strip club.
Super Crunch is a alligator?
It was in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Men's Club. This kid comes in, and he's super young, y'all. I mean, he looked young at the time. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find him. Pro bull rider. If y'all know who I'm talking about, man, 32, retired. I got freaking videos of back then that I need to post, that I need to like get from Snapchat when I had his hat on and stuff. It was wild. So first of all, he gave me his hat, trying to talk me into meeting him outside of work. He had done thousands of dollars on me, and
I've never seen this before.
he was very respectful. He was not pushing me for sex or anything like that. And back in the day, I was kind of wild, okay? I know it's hard to believe. So I said, sure, give me your number. When I get off, I'll let you know. His name is JB Mooney.
Yo, we're actually giving his name out. Okay.
This is him, y'all.
Oh, and so this is the guy, pro bull rider man, 32, retired is what she searched to find him.
Tell y'all he is a jerk. How about I only know that he's married because I watched this special by accident a couple months ago. See how it was just released in May?
Yeah, well, what if you knew him before he was married?
I didn't even, when I tell you his face come on the screen and I had a visceral reaction to seeing that POS. Oh, but he's so loved by everybody and he's been an amazing da-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you, this is a married man who was 2 steps from cheating his wife and would have if I wouldn't have put a stop to it.
I thought you said he didn't want sex or anything. He was just a nice, respectful man who gave you a cowboy hat and dropped $5,000 because he's such a cool guy. But now you were like, he had to put a stop to the shenanigans. Everyone just wants Brooke so much. She's probably gonna be like, oh, he wanted to marry me and take me out to the ranch. I don't fucking know. Let's see what this turns into.
So he come in, it's mid-afternoon, it's like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday. I had just walked from outside into the club because I went to go grab me some food at the restaurant next door to the club. It
Part of the story is fucking irrelevant.
was in a shopping center, and this was one of the best clubs in Charlotte at the time.
John Edwards.
So I'm walking through, and my manager comes running up to me, and he's like, you need to go get dressed right now. And I'm like, why? And he's like, there's a dude in VIP, and he's already paid for an hour with you. And I'm like, what? I ain't even had my lunch, okay?
This rodeo champion came in. He's like, you know what? Get me Heather Brooke Clark. I've been searching far and wide for this Heather Brooke Clark. She's always switching clubs. When she gets back here, let her know. I want to dance with her in the VIP room. Is that what? Yeah?
And I'm like, oh God, here we go. Because I knew that I was going to have to start drinking. Because if you're in VIP, you get a bottle of champagne. So I'm like, screw it. I won't even eat. I remember throwing my food in the back, and I immediately go to the back and I meet this guy. He'd already prepaid for dances with me. Hours of dances. So he's dropped money, right? So we're talking. We're getting to know each other. He told me he was a bull rider. He was in the same outfit that they have him interviewed in here. It was a blue button-up,
The bull riding outfit.
blue jeans, his big-ass belt buckle, and his hat and cowboy boots. And so I'm like, oh my God, this guy's so sweet. And then he tells me he's single, and I'm like, oh my God, he's so my type. So then he's like, what are you
Like if a fox got into a bag of Adderall, that's what Brooke is.
doing when you get off? And I'm like, well, nothing. He's like, well, let's go. Oh, you know what? It was a Friday night or a Saturday night because I drove over to meet him at a line dancing place. It's called Coyote Joe's, I do believe, or something. No, what is it freaking called? What is that place in Charlotte, you guys? And it's a line dancing spot in Charlotte. It's huge, y'all. If you ever go to Charlotte, North Carolina, line dancing, you need to check this place out. So I've only been a few times, but let me tell you how this man acted when we got to this place. It's called Coyote Joe's, and it's in Charlotte off of Wilkinson's Boulevard. It's a huge bar. It's like Nashville on steroids, but it's in North Carolina in Charlotte. So I meet JP Mooney, the professional rider. I meet him at work. I was wild. We were drinking. We did hours in VIP. I'm making thousands of dollars. We're drinking champagne. I then go to the dressing room to eat, and I'd gotten his number, and he gave me his bull riding hat. He had a cowboy hat on, and it was a specially handcrafted hat from another country. It had his name embroidered on the inside with his name embroidered on the outside. And he actually gave me the hat, right? He gives me the hat. He's like, come out to Coyote Joe's and meet me over there. And he said, I'm headed over there now. I said, okay. So I had gotten a hotel that night at some hotel in Charlotte off of Tryon, not the best area. I think it was a bank or something. I don't remember. But I had gotten a hotel because I wanted to stay in the city because I thought we were going to be drinking and clubbing, and I didn't want to be drinking and driving. So I get in the truck after getting my hotel, after eating, and I head over to meet him at Coyote Joe's. As soon as I pull in the parking lot, this asshole is standing out there with an attitude. Now, he's been kind of, I don't know, kind of.
Why were they going to another place? Why, like, what's going on? Now they're dating or something? They're going out on a date?
Crass, is that the word? Like, he was kind of rough around the edges in the club, but I noticed that he some weird, like, his personality was kind of off. Like, he had a social thing, like, and if you see him in interviews, you can see what I'm talking about. He's just kind of not a very emotional, like, he's not a very expressive person. He's kind of a
Focus on bull riding, balancing on the bull.
meat kind of guy. But his attitude is kind of crass a little bit at times, like he's rough around the edges. But by the time I met him at Coyote Joe's, he was unhinged. He was rude. He was grabbing me. I remember we went to go get a beer, and when we walked up to get a beer, I remember they gave us the beer, and he, like, grabbed me by the wrist saying, let's dance. And I said, I really don't want to dance. And I said, let's, talk. Let's go upstairs and see what's
So is one to fucking talk, man. Oh my god. I'm sure they'd been talking for hours already.
going on, so that we can because there's like a balcony area where you can overlook where everybody's dancing. And I remember him saying, like, oh, where did you get a hotel? And I told him. And he's like, oh, well, when I leave here, I'm going to follow you over there and get a hotel. Well, I really didn't think of anything of it. I figured, well, what's the problem? Like, it's not, if he can get his own room, he can get his own room. And he did get his own room. But he absolutely was expecting me to come back to his room. And I remember going, and he got an Uber back before me. And then I went back, and I'd gotten some beer on the way back to the hotel. And I went down.
So, Brooke, Brooke's memory is already fucking shit, but now we know that she's been drinking apparently a lot on this night, which would render her memory even worse. I don't believe any of this shit.
There to hang out, and that's when he got not only super aggressive, but fucking rude. When I say rude, he pretty much...
Did you, like, I don't know, did you roll up on him in the place and was like, I know you from the strip club, you pervert? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get away from me. What? It's like, we went to the road, we went to Coyotes together. And it's like, nah, that was with some other guy. I don't know who the fuck that was. You're insane, lady. Get the fuck out of here.
Pretty much was saying, oh, I spent all this money at the club, da-da-da-da-da, you owe me this. Bitch, bye. Like, that was 5 hours ago, and like, you don't get to, you're lucky I even met you outside of the club, number one. You're lucky I even met you outside of the club. Most girls would have charged you $1,000 just to go line dance at fucking Coyote Joe's. But anyways, I digress. So he turned a complete asshole. Now, when we were at the bar, he kept putting his arm around like my neck and stuff and like squeezing and kind of rough playing. Now at this point, he's drunk. Once again, he keeps saying single. He's talking about his upcoming events, blah, 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 blah. When was this? I want that this was 2021. It was either, it had to have been 2021, or the beginning of 2022. Anyways, apparently he's married. Yeah, he's married with kids, and I didn't even know this. He was a complete asshole. When I remember going to leave, and he, like, grabbed my wrist and was like, da-da-da-da, and bitching at me, and I was like, I am done with this. And I remember him snap hat off of my head. Like, dude was crazy. So this was in April. They said that he became, this is crazy, I even remembered this. JP Mahoney, I can't say it.
One broke his neck. So he broke his neck.
So apparently he is retired now. I was looking for a picture. Yeah, it's probably his wife. Yeah, it's his, oh no. That's his mom. It's just crazy. Yeah, that's him right there. Complete asshole. Ah. Look how old he looks. He's only 37, but look at him. He looks 55. He does look better in person, I will say that, but money with more than 7.4 million. And for most event victories on the professional bull rider circuit,
She says.
Yeah, complete jerk. I'll never forget that. When I was like, I remember him trying to get me to like sit on the bed, and like I was just like, no. And that's when the shit hit the fan, you know, grabbing me at the club and putting his forearm around me and like squeezing real hard. And anytime I would try to talk to him about anything that was real, like a regular surface level person, he was incapable of having real conversation about anything, you know. So that should have been a telltale one back then, but it wasn't.
Were you talking about how you were kidnapped and stuff?
So, I like it better letting the crumbs kind of soak in with the yogurt.
Yeah, she's talking about JP Money.
I think that it's amazing how people like that have the community, like, respect them, think one way about them. Even before I started dancing for him, I could tell mentally he was off. Something's not right. Like, he's wired like the rest of us. I could tell that. And then to see those interviews where they're like saying that he's this great guy. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's an asshole. Not only is he an asshole,
Imagine it wasn't even him. It's like some guy who looks like him or something.
he blatantly disrespects women.
Or an
I
impersonator.
mean, you're out here, other state, trying to cheat on your wife, telling girls that you're single. That's not a good man. That's a piece of shit. I like how y'all make stupid assumptions, too. Oh, speaking of that, dang, I need to show y'all. Let me see if I can find it. I hate Google Pictures. They don't ever have what I need.
She hates everything. I hate Google Pictures.
Here we
Yeah.
go. I'll show y'all what some strippers look like.
No?
Yep.
We can't be showing
I wish
that,
I were
Brooke.
What in the demonic is and different instead of dancing videos what used to be, because yeah, it's changed a lot. You know, the majority of clubs that I work in now, you know, they're body positive, and that's great. You do need girls from size and, you know, all different kinds of girls. However, the issue is that these clubs are so poorly ran that they have, you know, 25, 30 subpar girls, and they get a pretty girl that's higher end, and the not so pretty girls try to bully the pretty girl, and so all of the pretty girls have left the industry. They're over it. It's not worth it anymore. They go to work and make $50. That doesn't even cover the gas to get there for the food that they have to eat in that 10-hour shift.
Parkour. Parkour.
Apple debuts iPhone 16 Pro and
Why are we even reading this?
iPhone 16 Pro Max. What's the new features? Powered by the A18 Pro chip and built for Apple Intelligence. The Pro lineup introduces larger display sizes, camera control, innovative Pro camera features, and a huge leap in battery life.
Brooke will fight with anything if you give her the chance. She's fighting with a fucking Apple ad right now.
I fell for it last time. I ain't falling for it this time. I will never purchase Apple products again.
She did. She bought lots in the future.
Ever. I hate them. So they're supposed to be debating. When are they going to debate? So Harris and Trump is going to debate tomorrow?
Blah, 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 blah. Alright, we got pretty far. And something about Tusk.
Amber went to jail. Can't be doing that, Amber. That's bad. Tusk.
Okay, let's, I don't know, check in on Mark, I guess, or something. Oh, that Mark. Has he been up to fun, happy times in the world of today? Yesterday? That doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's done anything. Some shorts, I guess. This is weird. Give me 1 second.
This is the 6th Street Bridge. We'll have to see. This is the one he's always had problems with wanting to attack cars. Okay, hold on, Logos. Hold on. Come over here. Probably with a job, he won't be nearly as distracted. Come here, buddy.
Riveting.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better with a job.
With a job? What job? Oh, wow. What? I don't get it.
Hey, come here. Yeah, you make me nervous with those cars. You're gonna yank me
Oh, Mark's on a scooter?
in the road?
Or a skateboard?
Stay away from those cars.
He must have.
Antagonizing?
What the fuck is this? He must have shown when, like, I was looking away or something.
From what I heard you antagonize.
When? Are you happy with your meal, sir?
I'm quite pleased with my meal. I'm not exactly happy with how unfriendly the people in this town are, though.
Okay. The only way we can verify if your dog is a service animal is by asking questions.
And I answered your questions.
When I was asking you questions, you were getting hostile with me.
No, I stayed.
You were getting hostile with me.
That's your interpretation. Do you want to? What's up?
You threatened to call the police.
No, you threatened to call the police, and I told you to.
Mark threatens to call police all the time, man.
It's not like the cops don't know who I am, dude.
Okay.
You know, disabled people with dogs get discriminated against all the time. You wouldn't be the first one to call the cops.
You're welcome to eat here. We have a problem with dogs.
Well, I'm sorry you have a problem with dogs. That's a service animal. I have a problem with people.
Okay.
Respect.
I do too.
So you know what? If you leave me and my service animal alone, I'm quite pleasant. When you harass me, I'm not as pleasant.
What do you consider harassment?
Prolonged questioning, making a spectacle out of me and my animal. You clearly made a scene.
I wasn't with you for
okay,
more
and then
than
on
30
top of that,
seconds.
when I tried to okay, stop. It's on camera. We can go back and figure it out.
There's nothing.
It doesn't matter.
I
I will have it loaded up onto YouTube tomorrow and we can review it together.
Okay.
And in the meantime, the gentleman at the desk was completely out of line.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Are we done?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm fucking pissed!
Ah.
I'm getting played out!
Oh. Is that Jennifer? She back?
No, you're smoked out.
No, you're fucking smoked out, dick! Don't smoke your weed, all your other shit you smoke! You fucking goddamn... You're
Mark has some shitty weed.
fucking goddamn dogs!
My
Don't
hot
smoke
dogs?
them. Fucking cocksucker!
Dude.
I got your cock right here, tattooed there underneath my fucking goddamn it! Knee!
Hey, I think you're retarded. You know what? Your best bet's to keep quiet so they don't call the cops on you.
No, that's your fucking sleepy dick! You need a fucking rest! Get a shut on! Learn to fucking hear when you're fucking being played out, dick!
Smoked out.
Man, I'm looking at CC Without a Homes channel. There's a lot of videos of members only that seem important. Fucking hell, bro. I don't want to pay for a membership on CC Without a Homes channel. I don't even know if I can show members only content from another channel. Probably not. Ba-dum. Oh, yeah, I don't know, sorry. Captions. No captions. I'm tired. I don't know what we're gonna do. You wanna see a funny Michael video? Hold on. It's like $5, like $3.99 Americans, like $5 Canadian probably. Around that. But there's all these the dog bite saga and her like laying in bed and streaming is all on there. Like whose bed is that? What are we doing? She also did a stream like 2 days ago from a parking lot. But all her streams are on members only. It's annoying. What am I looking for? I am looking for this. There I am. This isn't very long. I just thought this was funny.
You haven't answered me. We have to leave in 30 minutes.
Shut up.
I want you to answer me live.
What?
Are we together or not?
Obviously, stop talking to me.
It seems like a loving relationship.
Foolish woman. I don't give a fuck about YouTube right now. I'm not having a good fucking day. Leave me alone.
Well, now you have it. Thank you for the $15 fucking dollars that he doesn't appreciate. He doesn't appreciate me. He doesn't appreciate your money.
I appreciate it. I'm just not having a good day. I don't want to talk right now. I'm not going to be anything but toxic to all of you. This stupid woman doesn't understand that.
Thanks for
Leave me the fuck alone.
Like what led up to this? Why are they so angry?
I think we should tune out.
Dumbass.
Maybe. Seems fucking crazy over there. What else have we got? I don't know, man. I feel like I want to go, but I probably shouldn't. Oh my god, do you guys want to watch the new Heather stream? Probably shouldn't watch it. Probably save it for tomorrow, but I don't have anything else. I mean, we can go into a new person, but like, I don't want to like go through. I don't want to hit walls of nothingness. I'm too tired, man. So we'll just do. Let's do this. Fine. Letitia, there's nothing about the Letitia. I don't know. What do you want me to? What's with the Letitia? There's like something. She doesn't make any. If there's no content to watch, I don't care. I really don't care. This. Where is it? Is it this one?
I want to.
Yeah, here. This is the one.
Keep this very concise. We're doing the first of a 12-part series.
The 12 Days of Heather.
And I'll be doing the same thing on my other various social media platforms. I want to.
There's no Jimmy. There's no James Soroka. He's gone. I don't want to like live in the after I like listened to 3 hours of Brick from the past. I'm so sick of the past. I need like some fresh shit. This is the part of the day where I just like I lose motivation for everything. It's I don't know, man. Maybe it's not. A lot of people probably are like, streaming would be so easy. To an extent it is, sure, but every fucking day, like we're just bitching at this point. Ignore me right now.
I keep this very concise and focused despite the fact that I definitely have ADHD.
Yeah, it's transact.
And it's very difficult for me to stay on topic with so many, as they call it, dilutions that have taken place. And what do I mean by diluting? Anything that you add water to or dilute becomes less strong,
right?
Less clear, less concentrated, right? So there have been a number, and by a number, I mean too many to count.
Yeah, Tiffany sent me Jessica Kemp. I just need to like pre-screen her a bit before I like just, I don't know, jump into her. Does that make sense?
Into the thousands, possibly 10,000s of intrusions that could be referred to as diluting the situations that have taken place with me. So let's start with this. I have a 10-year history of healthcare industry career. My education formally, excuse me, pardon me, my education formally began as a nursing student doing gen ed prereqs for entry to the nursing program. I also, during that time, became a
what happened to her coat? It's all ripped.
Certified medical assistant and phlebotomist through Illinois School of Medical Careers, which ultimately lost its accreditation, and they were doing federal student loan forgiveness on that program. That was a one-year program. I also did a medical office specialist program, HIPAA, medical law and compliance, through the First Institute in Lombard, Illinois. That was just like a 6-month certification program for billing, coding, HIPAA, OSHA, and
got a nose ring.
Medical standards with regards to what you have to do to not get sued and for reimbursement from the doctors. So I did that. Following that, I started community college, and I decided that I wanted to take the medical assisting experience I had and take my prerequisites for nursing. I had a plan to go to West Suburban Nursing School, which is a 4-year school, all nursing.
I guess I should preface, that's her baby daddy in the back. That's not like an Uber passenger. Heather's just staying her narrative, and Xavier doesn't really talk much.
Schools for RN are 4 years or more, not including gen eds. If you do, the way that I was taking the program, if you do decide that you want to be an LPN, you can exit after 36 months, I want to say, or 24. And then later on, there's an LPN acceleration program where you can go from LPN to RN, be SRN, or just bachelor's degree to RN. I'm not sure which one. Just
Wonder if Xavier will fall asleep today.
Completely online once you have the LPN, but there's so many clinical hours that are required to be on campus. So I started at College of DuPage for just gen eds. I transferred to Triton College. I got a
that face right there. I feel like I should screenshot that. It's too bad his chin's a bit cut off there. Oh, Xavier, this is your life, bud. This is your life.
whole bunch more gen eds. I did all of like the normal business gen eds, so speech, economics, biology, chemistry, parenting, you know, things like that, English, things like that, just regular gen eds that you have to have before you can even be considered for a spot on the waiting list for nursing. At that time, I had two small children, Vivi and Louis. When I first started school as a medical assistant, I was pregnant with Viviana, and I wanted to work, who's now 19 years old, and I wanted to work as soon as possible, which is why I chose medical assisting rather than nursing. I needed to work. I needed money. I needed to stabilize. I needed to purchase a house for my kids. This has been my goal since before my children were born. But no matter how many hours I put into, you know, school.
I mean, I would maybe not. You're allowed to like have surveillance camera in your Uber, right? I guess as long as she's not looking at it, and if she's just, I bet you this is just how Heather is with the cameras off. Like she's just like saying this narrative 24/7. Xavier's just used to it. Then maybe it enters a gray area.
I still was on and off working in the household, you know, and also recovering from a whole bunch of adversity over my teenage years. And what that means is without any sort of...
I mean, maybe if she has a passenger in them and it's without their consent, I could see that. But I don't know if there is a passenger in there. And yeah, I don't know.
Criminal record or reason. So I had not done any crimes. I had never tried a drug. I had never tried a drop of alcohol. I was sent to Jamaica to this WWASP school called Tranquility Bay, where I was left in
WWE Jamaica,
a third world country, with no warning or understanding of why or when I would come home.
You were a problem child. You're a really bad problem child. So they sent you to boot camp in Jamaica.
And the school was closed down for many counts of aggravated or allegations of aggravated abuse against children, financial, psychological, sexual, and physical. I did witness them break a guy's arm like it was a twig, like it was a fucking popsicle stick right in front of me.
Wow. I've never heard that one yet.
So that happened. Now, trying to readjust to regular life was very hard and scary. When I came home, I had my own apartment, and I had never been alone before. I went from the family home setting to a dorm style with probably 20 other women in the same space where I was sleeping. The only exception to that was, as I said, as soon as I aged out of these types of programs that I was in from 14 to 18, I was able to get my own apartment. And from there was a lot of transitioning, a lot of moving around, a lot of being, you know, how I felt thrown around without stability. Can you get me a C4 and some rainstorms? Does this Jewel have them? You have the card, right? I'll try right now. It's not in the trunk. Just try it, this Jewel, please. So, you know, I started my career.
Is talking to Xavier? Because Xavier's not answering. Is there someone else with them?
Your path from a huge deficit, comparatively speaking. My peer groups had already been socializing with other people in their age group for years, attending work for years, you know, having free will, being able to go to parties and proms and homecomings, and that was just not the situation for me.
Well, this is a different story from, I've been paying taxes and working since I was 14. How long were you in Jamaica for? You were in Jamaica for fucking 4 years. You were in there for like a summer or some shit.
Had nothing. I did nothing. I was institutionalized with women who were there for drugs, for gang violence, for murders, for thefts, you know, huge thefts. And I'm not talking about going into the store or eating, you know, someone else's lunch at work. I'm talking about, you know, elaborate schemes where people were purchasing remote controlled garage door openers, universal garage door openers, and programming them in Hinsdale and Elmhurst and Oak Brook, and going into people's homes while they were at work and just emptying out their entire garage at the pawn shops all around Chicago, and just various things like that. These were big crimes from where I'm from. I had never interacted with or had experience with criminals in this regard before.
I just knew how all their operations work somehow.
So I was 14 years old, and basically being exposed to a demographic that was there for either crimes like that or because they were completely insane, depressed, or like self-harming. I had never done any of those things. So, my mom, I don't think was in control of these situations. And I do also feel there was a significant amount of using my life to see what was going on in the facilities and lives of other people.
No. No, that's not it at all. Heather, you were a really bad fucking kid, and they didn't know what to do with you. They exhausted all their options. They were like, well, I don't know what else to do other than just send her to boot camp in fucking Jamaica, which costs a lot of money, by the way. So what? They sent you in to spy on the boot camp in Jamaica to bring back intel? To do what? You didn't get shut down? Didn't get shut down for years and years and years later. You didn't help shutting them down. Get the fuck out of here.
Which, by the way, I was never compensated for, if anyone cares. Now, on top of that,
I mean, she tries it. She speaks like Duolingo Spanish. She's not fluent in it. It's just her her baby daddies are Spanish.
Psychologically, when you're separated at 18 years old from your family, when you come from a single family home with your mother, your sister, your father, that's how I was raised from birth all the way until I was 14. I was in a household of 4 people: my mother, my sister,
it was trans Xavier,
and my father and I. And we lived in this pretty stable environment where my daily looked like this: wake up, go to school on the bus, or my mom would drop us off. The bus stop was a block away. We went to school with all the same neighborhood kids and all the same kids from our neighborhood, that we played with, Ghost in the Graveyard, and obstacle courses and rollerblading up and down the street, and all of these little regular kid stabilities that you don't even identify as a stable thing or as being stability, but it is. And in its absence, it hurts, and you feel scared, and you don't know, especially at 14, what is going on. And the way that I had to go there was this: it was a week before my birthday. My birthday is January 12th, and my life path is 11/2 KB. With that being said, my mom called me and she said, for your birthday, we're gonna take you to Jamaica for a religious retreat. Don't tell your father, because we know he doesn't have a lot of money right now. He's going through financial turmoil. My father had been incarcerated for not being able to pay child support. My father, and he hit full time until his body gave out, and they just put him in there. They put him in DuPage County Work Release Program, no phone, no car, in the winter, and they made him walk from that facility.
Father like daughter. Are you sure he just didn't want to pay fucking child support?
Just randomly around Wheaton asking people for jobs. And he had to explain to everyone how humiliating is it that he was in prison because he had a $20,000 purge.
Your new website made? The NFT? Was it like that?
Which a judge in the divorce said that my father had to come up with all of this money, and my father didn't have it. My father left my mother everything: the house, the cars, everything. So it was just a fucked up situation. I'm seeing my father, who works, just as hard as my mother does. My mother was always a hard worker. She would always work 2 jobs. My father would work manual physical labor. And he had just, been released from this work release program. and he had no idea what was going on, and we saw him on the weekends. And my mom said, don't tell your dad, because we don't want him to get, to feel bad or inadequate that he can't get you a birthday gift like this. She had been remarried to my stepfather, who was a big fancy stockbroker for the Board of Trade. And, my father was unfairly incarcerated. Like, it would be one thing if he was making a gang of money and refusing to help. It was never like
a gang of money
that. My father was, giving what he could give and spending very little outside of what he could give.
Heather, I think she was born the same year Brooke was, 87. I think they're both 37.
Paying his rent and that's it. Kind of reminds me of how I'm living right now, if we're being honest. But so I get sent to this place, and my mom's telling me, we're going to leave tomorrow. She told me the day before, we're going to leave tomorrow on your actual birthday. We're going to be there around 4 a.m. to pick you up. I was sleeping over at my Aunt Marilyn's house. And don't worry about packing a bag. We're only allowed to travel with bins. And I have your bin packed. And I'm like, a bin? What the fuck does that mean? So you're only allowed to bring a Rubbermaid bin, because when you arrive at this place, you're in uniform the entire time. You're not allowed to bring shit. You can't have anything. So here I am thinking I'm going to take a beautiful Jamaican vacation, and the plane lands, and my mom says, you're not coming back with us. And I said, what do you mean I'm not coming back with you? I'm 14 years old. And she said, you're not coming back with us. I was listening to an album, Word of Mouth by Ludacris.
No. Tell me why you got left there. What was the real reason they left you there?
And I remember the song. I remember everything. I was listening to the song Move.
You have to really think about, put it in this perspective. They couldn't even tell Heather that she was in trouble, because she would have probably burnt the fucking house down or ran away or lit the city on fire. I don't know. Bad things could have happened. So they had to trick her into going there. And then once they were there, they're okay, you're fucked now. Peace. We'll come back in a year, I guess. I don't know.
Bitch, get out. I'm doing 100 on the highway. So if you do the speed limit, get the fuck out of my way. And I said out loud, I'm DUI, hardly ever caught sober, and you about to get ran the fuck over. And my mom had never heard me swear before. I'd never cursed in front of my mother. And it was just as easy as that she didn't even speak to me with compassion anymore. She wanted me gone.
Oh, it was a Ludacris song? Before she said it was because her stepdad was being evil or something. She stood up to him. Another time she said it was because she's smoking a cigarette. There's been rumors floating around the internet from people who knew Heather from back in the day, other kids said she did lipstick parties, and that was part of the reason why she was sent away. She was just a fucking lunatic. Heather Gillespie's always been a lunatic.
And she did not like, the way that I was living, and the way that I was living was...
For sure, blame it on the rap music. Fucking Burke did that too.
I had no social group. I worked in a movie theater. I was not allowed to hang out with my friends, but I listened to rap music. That was, what was going on. And she said, because I was listening to that music, I spoke with a nasty attitude. I was 14 years old. And that I, needed an adjustment to my attitude. That was her entire deal, So it was very, fucked up for me, because I didn't feel like that was not only fair, but only having a few hours to prepare for something like that. And I was already in Jamaica landed, when she told me. Then we get to this place, and I still didn't think it was true, and she just leaves me there. And I had the return flight home information, and I remember thinking, there's no way they're going to leave me. Maybe they're going to scare me for a few days, maybe for 3 days, 4 days. But when this flight is set to go back to Chicago, I'll be on it. And that flight, date and time came, and then it went. And I was not on that flight with my family. I was left in Jamaica for a year. No communication with my peers, not allowed to call home. You could write a letter once a week on Sundays. They gave us 30 minutes to write a letter. But they read all the letters, and if you said anything about any of the abusiveness that was going on in the situation, they said you were a manipulator, and they wouldn't send your letter home to your parents. So it was a very fucked up situation. Then I come back from Jamaica, and who calls people manipulators? People who can't manipulate them.
What?
Literally. What's going on, Xavier?
Just C4s.
1 C4, and the rains are usually 3 for 5. Watch this bicyclist. Please hurry. So, you know, that
Okay, so Xavier is going to get... Why did it take him so long to prepare for that?
that happened. So during this time that I'm starting my career in healthcare, all I'm thinking about is I don't want to be that mom that is not there for her kids. If I take a 4-year education in a traditional education setting, I'm not going to be home at all because I'm going to have to work to support myself and my children and be in school full time. So I found a hybrid online as well as with American Intercontinental University. I transferred over my credits and I started doing only my sciences on campus, biology.
I think we skipped a lot. So from 14, well, I guess I'm a little confused. So on her 14th birthday, she got shipped over there, on her 15th birthday. Either way, you came back when you were 15 or you're 16, right? And then you went to university? Online school university? What about the rest of high school? What about, like, what was the family dynamic like that after you smarten up? What happened?
Chemistry, anything that needed lab, I would do on campus, and everything else I would do online. The kid's father was always helpful. He would go to work and bring me his check. But back in these days, the checks for full-time employment, minimum wage in a factory setting were like $200 or $300 a week. So it was really not shit, especially for a mom and a dad with 2 small babies. And I just remember being so thirsty, so hungry for financial independence. I was raised in a middle-class household. The property value around where I grew up could easily range into the millions. And the people, were pretty classy, from a traditional sense of the word. And that's how I grew up. We went to church every Sunday. We went to Sunday school. My mother was a Sunday school teacher. She would still have drinks and stuff during the week. We would still go to her girlfriend's house on the weekends and have a pool day on Saturday or whatever. But that was the way that I grew up. I had structure. I woke up in the morning. I walked to the bus stop with my sister. Went to school, came home. We had to sit down at the kitchen table and do our homework until it was done. We could not move. No snacks, no anything until dinner time. When my father got home from work between 4 and 4:30, we would get home from school around 3:30 or 4. My father would get home from work between 4 and 4:30. He would check our homework, make sure that it was done. If it was done, we could go outside and play until the streetlights came on. My mom would get home around 6, 6:30, sometimes 7. She'd make dinner, we'd eat. We'd go straight to the bathtub after dinner. We'd put on 1 or 2 shows. My mom would make us a late night snack, usually a fruit plate, sometimes a bowl of ice cream. And then
So this, like, military way of living was post Jamaica, post all the fucking... What did she must have done something fucking insane. Something super fucking insane before that we just don't know about what it was.
we'd brush our teeth and go to bed, and it was the same every single day until that major disruption when I was 14 years old and I got...
Oh, this was pre-Jamaica? Yeah, nah, this is bullshit.
Got, sent to Jamaica. When I came home from Jamaica, I was put in all these fucking places. You have no idea. Group homes, residential living facilities where girls would spend 3, 4, 5 years there. I only spent about 3 months in each of these facilities. I think the longest facility I ever stayed in was Jamaica. I was there for almost 1 year. And then when I left Jamaica, I was in the DuPage County 6-month program, and that was for running away from home. Had no criminal activity in my record, had never tried any drug, not a single drug in my entire life, ever. Was not associated or affiliated with any crimes or any sort of, unlawful behavior. Had never been in a fist fight, didn't know how to use a weapon, had never seen a gun in real life, nothing.
No one knows for sure why, like the specific reason why she was sent to Jamaica. But she was causing a whole bunch of havoc. And one of the things, I guess, was the straw that broke the camel's back, and her mom was like, fuck this shit, you're going to boot camp.
Nothing like that, nothing at all. So I'm adjusting to life back home, and as a free person at 18 years old, 17, I aged out of the system, and got an apartment at 17, and they considered me an adult at that time and terminated my, I don't know what you could call it when the system decides where they're going to put you. My mom had no say-so anymore. You know, I went to Jamaica. When I came from Jamaica, I ran away one time, and they assigned me a PO called Kathy Bakken. And Kathy Bakken became the person who was responsible for everything that was going to go on with me from then on. And Kathy Bakken looked evil. She was very dark hair, dark brows, very thick and bushy. And that's when I first started to realize that there was good and there was evil in this world, and that there
You're the evil.
were people who would prey on kids, you know, and that's fucked
Fuck,
up.
man.
With that being said, I didn't do anything like the rest of the girls did. You know, the psychological disorders in these facilities were tremendous. When I tell you that these women would cut their arms so deeply and so all over their bodies, they would just have these huge cut marks. And I've spoken about this girl. Shout out to Tammy. I don't know her last name and I don't want to embarrass her, but there was a girl that I was in a facility with for approximately 5 to 7 months who they had to shave her head because she was disturbed. She would get upset and grab her hair by the handful and just yank it out. Like, have you ever yanked out a weed by the root? Okay, she wasn't just yanking the tops off her hair, the weed, you know, the tops off the weeds. She was going in and getting it by the root, and her scalp would just begin bleeding. And they had to shave her head because of it. And this was what I was, you know, in a facility with. This is what was around me for 14 to 18, 17 and a half years old. There were a very small handful of girls that I felt I could relate to, who were from backgrounds similar to my own, who didn't, in my eyes, didn't deserve to be in that sort of incarceration. You know, it was sick, you know, and from where I was sitting, I needed to watch my back at all times. There was never any time to process the feelings of abandonment and being, you know, thrown out of the house at that age, at 14, you know, being dropped off in a foreign country where you're told you're not allowed to speak to even your peers. We're going to break some guy's arm in front of you. I don't know if it's an intimidation tactic. They claimed that he was being unruly. I didn't witness any of that. A girl jumped off of the balcony to kill herself, a 14-year-old little girl, and they had to install bars from the balcony railing to the top of the balcony. This is where I was, and this place advertised themselves to my mother as like a volleyball retreat camp. Like, oh yeah.
No, they didn't.
They'll be out on the beach playing sand volleyball, having a real, you know, good time. And
they were like, we can rehabilitate your kid. And like, it's not, obviously they placated her, right? Like they're gonna be like, this is an evil place, because this place was found to like be abusing kids. It's a pretty crazy place. But it's like a boot camp thing. It's because Heather was being bad. It's not like, oh, this is a fun retreat. Why would they leave her there for a year against her will if it was something positive?
We were not allowed to go on the beach. If we even looked in the direction of the beach, we were on the coast. I mean, we were about 10 feet away from the ocean. If we looked over the 30 or 40 foot walls while we were on the upper level of the deck where our school was to look at the
volleyball camp for a year, you'd be a professional volleyball player.
The ocean.
And then once you get back to America, we're going to put you in a bunch of group homes. Yeah, this really sounds... It's almost like she did some crazy fucking crime as a minor, and this was like the deal that they worked out with the judge. It's like, look, just so she doesn't have to go to jail forever, like until she's an adult, like we'll put her into a rehabilitation camp in Jamaica. It's like rated really good. When she gets back, she'll do a whole bunch of group therapies. She'll have a PO. We can get her back on the right track. It's almost like something like that happened. You know what I mean? But who knows?
They charged us with something called run.
Heather will never fucking tell us, and we can never look up the actual records because she was a minor, so it's not gonna happen.
Plans and put us in a place called observation placement, where you laid on your face on cement, similar to how they kept me my entire pregnancy on the cement at Belmont Harbor Yacht Club, and attached my entire pregnancy with Weston, which, by the way, I've never received any restitution on any of that either, or an explanation, or even a fucking apology. But moving forward from that, I began a career in healthcare. I got a job in multiple different locations and settings. I was working at Gottlieb Hospital. I was working at West Suburban Medical Group. And I got another job, my first job after medical assisting school, assisting a doctor with infrared coagulation on hemorrhoids. After that, it was a pedicure type of position where I would soak the toenails of the elderly, big, thick, nasty toenails that they could not see or maintenance on their own, in preparation for the podiatrist to come through and either remove the infected toenail or manicure the toenails. Patients with diabetes who had limited mobility commonly were not permitted to cut their own toenails because claudication causes numbness in the extremities, specifically the fingertips and the tips of the toes. When you have that going on, it's not plus, visual impairments, which many diabetics have visual impairments combined with claudication, which is, it could be diabetic retinopathy. There are just a million different things that could cause it, but not having clear vision combined with not having 100% feeling in your extremities causes people to cut the skin, the flesh, and then that flesh becomes infected. And when you cut
Why are you telling us this?
your flesh and you don't see it or feel it because you have a decrease in sensitivity due to the claudication, there's a huge, or not so much today in 2025 anymore, but back then in 2000, early 2000s when I started my career in medicine, it was very common for people to have gangrene and need amputation. I mean, that was a real thing.
This is Thanksgiving content. This is from today. Today, Thanksgiving.
There were people without
In Chicago.
fingers, without arms, without feet, because they were getting their limbs cut off because they would injure themselves or cut themselves with a nail clipper. And, their foot would fall off or their toe would fall off. Literally, it would turn literally infected and it would either be removed or, just die. And necrosis would cause, the limb to just literally fall off. So I worked in various medical fields, and I think that the real purpose for that, when you're a doctor or a nurse, you get what they call a residency or an internship. And when you have those residencies and internships, you go on rotations in different medical kind of specialties. So you could do OB one month, you could do ER medicine the next month, you could do primary care and internal medicine the next month, you could do podiatry the next month, you could do neurology the next month. You can choose what major you'd like to specialize in, or what specialty you'd like to specialize in, and then you can kind of play the field until you decide what you want. I didn't get that option. I had to take the first job that I could find at all times. But I quickly found out what I liked and what I didn't like. Podiatry was not for me, probably is part of the reason why I have a phobia of feet to this very day, or a general disgust or dislike. Now, with that being said,
Why does she make Xavier touch her feet then and do like yoga toes and shit?
do appreciate the fact that I got to work in so many different capacities. I worked also in a cardiovascular institute with Parag Doshi, Chicago Cardiovascular Institute in Elk Grove Village, which has now turned into a huge thing. This doctor went from like one single office when I met him and worked with him to one of the largest cardiovascular groups, practices in the Midwest area. So reputable. So I was, very grateful to learn these things. At that job, I actually got my very first sterile assistant job, meaning I needed to sterilize all of the equipment and scrub the doctor in for surgery. So there's a protocol when you give a doctor sterile garb. You have to only handle it from the inside out. You have to wear sterile gloves yourself. You have to cover your mouth. There's a very specific, way that you need to prepare the doctor for this type of surgical procedure. And I was really grateful to be able to be a part of that and to learn that. It turns out that I actually was working a little bit below my pay grade. And so I found a job at Northwestern Hospital, which was my longest relationship with the medical field. I was there for about 6 years. I was hired to work in endocrinology, assisting Dr. Renee Aronson, and then doing coverage for Walter Staller. By the end of the time I was there, I also had taken on rheumatology. I had Dr. Carly Scamra, Linda Milletti, and Anjali Gopal. I worked with a nurse, Teresa Corsentino, in that regard, she did most of the like kennel log injections and clinical preparation, and I handled everything else. So there was a lot going on there, and I was a great employee there for 5-6 years. In 2015, now mind you, during that time I had 2 small children, Viviana and Lewis, who were about 18 months from each other. They lived with me full time with their father. When their father and I separated, they started living with me 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And my ex's parents, the suegro, would come and pick them up from my house and bring them to school, pick them up from school, babysit them for about an hour afterwards. And then when I would get home from work, I lived in Elmwood Park at that time, they would bring them to me. It was during this time that I also found out
Right, so freeze frame. I don't even know why you broke up. Sometimes relationships don't work out, but you have your own place. You have the family, like, helping you out still, like, driving the kids to school and back, looking after them for an hour so you can work. Why did we do anything else past this point? Why did you end up with Dylan? Why did you start doing social media and doing all this fucking nonsense? Like, you had just stop there. Just don't do anything else. You're working in Northwestern. Like, why'd you have to be crazy? Why'd you have to be fucking crazy?
I was pregnant with Alexis, and Orlando and I, Alexis's father, had been together for 3 years before I found out before I ended up getting pregnant. Also on birth control, for anyone who's, thinking otherwise. I got pregnant with all of my children on some form of birth control. I've never just been impregnated by chance, but for that reason,
Wouldn't that be by chance?
I always say, you can never take away my job as a mother. You'll never get it from me, ever. No matter what you do or how good you think you are. I wasn't supposed to get pregnant ever, and I have 4 living, healthy, I don't want to call them rambunctious. They're intelligent, well-spoken, fun, motivated, really cool kids. So, that's that. Some higher power gave me those children. Some power way higher than human life.
Kids are with the bio dads.
Now, when I left,
they're getting old now, though. Like, I think one has a kid of their own, and she's off by herself. I think the oldest boy should be moving out soon.
My career in the medical field, I've discussed this so many times, and I'm going to go on for. Right now, we're at 28 minutes. I'm going to go 2 more minutes, and then we're just going to pick up in the second part of the 12-part series, maybe tomorrow. I don't like to get into all of it too much at one time, but I got a job at Northwestern because I wanted to feel like my kids could be
yeah, she's a grandmother.
Proud to tell people what their mother did for a living. I wanted a career, not just a job. And I wanted to be doing something that was helpful, that saved people's lives and brought joy and happiness to people's lives. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I thought I was doing. One day, after working way too much for way too long, way too many hours for way too little pay, and having a late postpartum hemorrhage with my daughter Alexis, I got reprimanded at Northwestern and accused of gender and sexual orientation discrimination.
Oh yeah, because you called that one lady a dyke.
I actually interviewed a woman named Gina, a lesbian, who introduced herself to me as the rocket science student with the dykey haircut. And I thought it was so funny. And I thought, this girl's hilarious. She's a team player. Like, I interviewed her thoroughly. She had everything that we were looking for. I let the doctors all interview her. They liked her. I'm like, let's hire her. I recommended her for hire. After I came back from the late postpartum hemorrhage, this woman had the audacity, she's a bitch, okay, period, had the audacity to tell my superiors that I was gender discriminating against her because I referred to her as Gina with the dykey haircut, which is the way she introduced herself to me. And I thought a little inside joke that we had. So she reported it to HR. I got called down to HR. HR wanted me to work for free a 6th day of the week, Saturdays. And I decided that that was not possible. I had 3 small children. I was not going to come in on Saturdays to do sensitivity training. So
I was gonna say, what, they're just making her work for free? No, okay, so she had to take sensitivity training.
I left. I went back to my office after 6.
Interesting. Okay, so that's why I never knew why she left Northwestern. I probably did and forgot at some point, but it was because she didn't want to take sensitivity training for saying that this one woman had a haircut in a derogatory manner.
6 years of working for Northwestern Hospital and for my doctors, and without giving any sort of, verbal description of the circumstances, completely frustrated, working, 50 plus hours a week, and unpaid because we were not allowed to receive overtime at Northwestern. You had to clock out at 40 hours. So no matter if my work was done or not, I was there off the clock, working. And I left, and within a week, I already got an offer as an office manager at an ophthalmology clinic. And I loved that because there it was like I got to do purchasing.
That's one of the fake jobs she got hired at. The one that didn't actually hire her, but she just like kind of showed up and worked there.
I got to purchase designer frames. I got to work with manufacturers like Luxottica. I got to, do the shopping. I got to do everything, from the ground up, billing, coding, clinical preparation with regards to visual field examination, and numerous other things. I really liked it. I was working for 3 doctors, and Orlando and I broke up. That's Alexis's dad. I got into a space where, for the first time in my entire life, Saturday and Sunday would come around and I had no significant other, and my kids were with their fathers. And I was alone in my apartment as a 27-year-old woman for the first time in my entire life.
Uh-oh. Recipe for disaster. See, this is why all these people are like, I have morals, I'm this and that. You wouldn't do evil fucking shit with idle time. You would do something productive, not fuck your whole life up in the course of a couple weekends. Yeah.
So I went and got a job working bottle service for Saturday and Sunday. So I was still working full-time as an office manager in a doctor's clinic, and then I took a bottle service job on the weekend. And that's where I'll leave you guys for today. I hope everyone has...
Because David Shepard's going to come in next.
A happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that everyone will be tuning in sometime tomorrow or watching the replay. I like to do these live because I am going to be using this 12-part series to hire someone. I'm hoping to start working with them soon, within the next week, to create my documentary. I want to keep it to an hour long, but be really informative, so that I can also start fundraising for solutions.
Fundraising.
So
she's just not making her budget fundraising for solutions. She just needs like some... I'm dying. She just needs extra money.
We're leaving off with, I have, been working at this point in time. It's 2015. I have been working in healthcare for 10 years. I recently got a job as a bottle service person, and my kids are living with me Monday through Friday. I have 3 children living with me Monday through Friday, and going to their fathers on the weekends. So we're throwing it back to pre-Weston times. And like I said, happy Thanksgiving, you guys, and I look forward to picking up with part 2 of 12.
All right. Well, that's it for now. I'll probably be back. I need to wake up more. What am I gonna do? What are we gonna do? Just get energy drinks. All right, guys. I hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. I'll see ya. I'll see ya when I see ya.